Michael's already approved you.
I'm in.
Awesome. Enjoy it. It's good fun in there. There's some interesting characters to say the least.
Yeah. Crazy people.
Welcome to the life of Bong Lungs. Anyway, speaking of crazy people, let's do a podcast.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Welcome to FRUK Unwrapped, the official podcast of Food Review UK. My name is Nate Peterson, and on tonight's show we will be starring. I've typed starring.
Go with it.
The word on.
Go with it. No.
Starring in wonder at the wonders as we wander around the food festivals. It wasn't worth it, to be honest. But first, if he was a food stall, he'd be the hip and trendy one that everyone wants to queue up for. He's Stuart Bullock.
Correct. What food would I be selling, Nathan?
Beefcakes, probably.
Correct. Cool. Yeah, I'll have that. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. Sort of hate self-isolating forever, but, you know.
If there's one thing that's come of this, I am feeling a little bit overly energetic this evening, and that may be a good thing or maybe a bad thing. At the moment, I'm spinning round like ADHD in my spinny chair.
Now, rumour has it...
Oh, let's all spin! Woo,
I don't have one, but I can just do that.
Michael can't, he's got arms.
Stuart, rumour is, the thing going around on Twitter at the moment is that you've got some pens that you've been using, some special pens that you've been using at home. If you could...
Why are they special?
Oh, right. Yeah. This is Nate. This is such dead banter. I told Nate this before the podcast recording. Basically, because I'm working from home, I've got like a really nice pen that one of my dad's friends bought me for my 21st birthday, which is 20 years ago. And I'd never use it. I never take it to work or anything because it's a really nice pen. And
has all the ink dried up because that's so long ago?
Brilliant. And it would disappear from work. So because I'm working from home, I've taken the opportunity to bust out the really nice pens. And Nathan's now mocking me on a podcast for
no mocking. I think it's a beautifully sweet story.
This is my pen here.
Oh, do you know what?
That's quite a nice pen.
If at some point you could all take a photo of your pens and send them to me, and we'll post them in the group.
That's tomorrow's FRUK Master Challenge sorted out.
Right, mine. Oh, brilliant! Best pen. Mine was given to me by a guy called Ray at Man v Fat, and my favourite thing is not only is it a lovely pen and it clicks and everything, it's one of these funky ones. It's got a little stylus at the end, and you can touch your phone and stuff with it.
Yours is Coca-Cola, is it, Michael?
Mine's Coca-Cola, and it's made from recycled bottles, so it's both food-related and environment-related.
This is the best podcast ever.
Maneet, anything special about yours?
This is actually my husband's pen that I stole.
Is
it? Yeah.
Oh, it's that looks quite like a smooth writing pen.
Right, moving on. Our next host is like a free sample of fudge, followed by the inevitable purchase of several kilos which you eat on the way home. Great in small portions, but too much can make you sick. It's MJ, Michael Jameson.
Brilliant.
Michael Jameson.
Good, isn't it? Good. Kind. Yeah. Needed that little ego bullet, didn't I, in these challenging, trying times. Pathetic. The only person you're hurting is me.
The only person I'm hurting is you. I mean, it'd be weird if I hurt anyone else with those comments, to be fair. Maybe the fudge people. Maybe I'll hurt their collective feelings.
It's relentless.
The fudge trade is down. Are you coping well with self-elsolating?
Oh, God, no. No, not at all.
No? No. Have you taken apart all your Lego yet?
No.
At what point, if we stay on lockdown for a hypothetically long amount, at what point do you reckon that you'll start taking it all apart to put it back together?
You've got plenty to build, haven't you?
I certainly. I think I would definitely have thought I would have killed myself before that happened.
Fair enough.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah, no, it's not going particularly well for me. Turns out that things like theme parks and cinema trips are pretty important to my mental stability and well-being. Who knew?
Why don't you get yourself like a little VR headset and you can just like watch like VR roller coasters?
Black Widow. That's not.
That's coming out soon.
No, I appreciate the suggestion there, but I'm not sure it'll have the same magic.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right. No, you didn't create the virus, did you?
Didn't I? I didn't. No. Before that rumour does the round. And finally, it's a woman who has her own food reviewing channel on YouTube and has been in the presence of food reviewing royalty. Please welcome to the show the face of Minsmeals. It's Maneet.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. How are you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I actually went into work today. Surprisingly.
Oh.
Yes. I have to go into work because I'm classed as a key worker. So.
Oh, and how is it? Is it quite cagey where you are?
It's changed a lot in the last 2 weeks. The amount of people. Well, for those of you who don't know, I work for a food manufacturer. And basically, obviously, you have a lot of people there who work in the factory, work in the offices. Office staff pretty much all gone, working from home. But because I work in process, which is like process development technologist kind of area, we're involved with the factory and office. So when there's trials in the factory, I have to be there. But yeah, there's literally a skeleton staff. So that's why I've got to be in it. I don't mind it. It's just very, very quiet and very eerie walking around.
Are you all gloved up and masked up when you're at work?
No.
Oof.
No, I mean, to be fair, when you're going to the factory, the people who are working on the line, they are all kind of gloved up anyway. Mm-hmm. They've got all the kit on, but yeah, apart from that, nothing different. So.
Now, obviously, first of all, thank you very much for coming onto the show. We obviously been working to have you on for a few weeks now, but thank you very much for coming on. As I mentioned there in your introduction, you've got your own YouTube channel, so talk us through that. Tell us a little bit about your channel, what got you started, why you went down this path, and how you're finding it so far. Because you've been going for about a year, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, so it's a really, really odd way that I started. Basically, I'd recorded all of my videos back in like 2018, towards the end of the year. Mm-hmm. I never uploaded them because I was just too scared, pretty much. And then it got to a point where I went to Manchester to meet my friend, did an escape room. Long story short, I ended up dislocating my knee. So I was off work for about 4 months. And in that space of 4 months, it was quite hard. I mean, I had a leg brace. I couldn't go out. I couldn't drive or anything. And I was watching Netflix. I was reading books and stuff like that. And this one book that I read, it was called Good Vibes Only by Vex King. And in there was a woman who was telling a story and saying this pretty much the same thing as what I was going through. She had videos. She was too scared to upload them. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I had nothing else to do. I was sick of watching Netflix, sick of buying books. So I just sat down on my computer and edited all these videos that I had just recorded. At that point, I think I recorded like 6 or 7. And because at that point, I just kind of given up, to be fair. So I just thought, it doesn't really bother me what people are going to say. And then that was the main thing why I didn't want to put them out there. So yeah, I put up my first video and never looked back. So. And
you're enjoying it so far since then?
Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I think one of the highlights was my collaboration with Blue Van Man. He is such an amazing guy. Dave is so funny. And I kind of felt really overwhelmed because obviously before him, I didn't have a lot of kind of subscribers. And I think you guys might have seen this with Food Review UK as well. When you have a mass amount of people coming over and following your channel, I felt overwhelmed that I had to upload. And I felt like I had to keep the content out there. And I didn't like it because then I was putting up content because I had to, not because I wanted to. And the reason I started the channel was because I genuinely enjoyed editing. I loved the filming of it. And yeah, I just kind of took a step back and kind of reevaluated why I was doing this. And I feel like I'm now back on track and I'm enjoying the content. I'm enjoying the filming, the editing. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, MJ's obviously the founder of this channel, and he's the guy that does all of the videos. How do you find that, MJ? Because obviously you have been always massively prolific in terms of the FRUK videos. Also, well, maybe not always, but certainly once the channel took off somewhat, there was like 3 or 4 videos per day or something like that at one point, I think. Do you ever feel the pressure to just put stuff out just for the sake of it?
It's a tough one. So I don't really know. I'm not sure if I really feel pressure. There's a desire that I have to put out stuff, but basically I would say that with this channel, we upload most of the content that we upload is like good videos, entertaining, but they're not particularly creative or particularly hard to do. We do mix that sort of stuff in there, but they're either informative, or I think they're either an interesting product, or it could just be something that I feel. I guess the main pressure comes from when a big fast food release comes out. People expect us to review it, and if there is definitely a lot of products that fit into that category that I've reviewed that I probably wouldn't have got otherwise. That's probably the only pressure that I feel in terms of getting stuff up, just because our schedule's quite relentless anyway.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But definitely the creative itch I get from doing the little. So there's a video tomorrow that is most certainly a creative itch, April 1st. In fact, I could just say what it is because this podcast is going to go up afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an April Fool's video. So an Instagram page made an image of Heinz Mayo Monster. So Heinz Monster Mayonnaise. So I made it. They just photoshopped an image. I actually made the product, so a review for that goes up tomorrow. And I play it completely straight, as if it is just a normal review. And I'm like, yeah, I got it from Tesco. It's £1.80. It's going up before 12 p.m, so we're all right. But then in a few weeks, I'm going to do like the making of that product. So stuff like that, and also on my comedy channel and other channels, I do like the creative itch sort of things. So yeah, I don't feel the same kind of pressure, but I do get where you're coming from, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously mentioned there briefly, and obviously I suggested it in the introduction. You met Dave, Mr. Blue Van Man himself.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So he had he had commented on one of my videos saying, "Oh, you're really funny." I think it was my McDonald's video, drive-through that I did. And then I just thought, why don't I write, oh, it would be fun to do a collab. And I had written that, and he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was quite easy. And I think about a couple of months later, I actually messaged him then on Instagram. I was like, do you want to do a collaboration? He was like, yes. And then that was it, really. And we actually live really close to each other, probably only about half an hour away.
Wow.
Which makes it really convenient to just meet up and just hang out on and off camera. So yeah, it was really nice. It was very surreal meeting him, and he's such a great guy. He's just so down to earth, and I enjoyed just filming with him. It was just a lot of fun. It felt very natural as well, because sometimes you meet someone and you just think they're different on and off camera, and with him I was like in awe of him, because he's just a really cool, amazing guy.
No, Dave's very decent. We've obviously been watching him for quite a while, and then obviously last year he absolutely blew up and took off, and fair play to the guy. And we obviously had him on the podcast, which I think sort of part of what obviously got yourself on here. But we started talking about the fact that he mentioned our podcast and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Dave did very much come across very much the same off the show and on it. I think that's just who he is. So no, very good guy. Yeah, so where can people... So your channel is... What's the name of your channel?
Yeah, so my channel is Minsmeals. on YouTube. I also got Instagram, Twitter, and most recently I got TikTok. I know you don't like TikTok, MJ.
Did I actually say that I don't like TikTok?
You're not a fan of it?
I just
don't get it. Maybe?
No, it's not. I don't get it. I just it's too much for me. It's too much for me. I already do so much. I don't even want to download it. It's just dangerous thing because I will want to.
It's addictive. The first time I got it, I was on it for about 3 or 4 days. It's just addictive, and then you got to kind of just let it go.
That's not good for my personality.
What do you do on TikTok? Food reviews or something else?
Not food reviews, just kind of anything food related. So maybe if I'm like, I don't know, for example, having a goop pudding, I just kind of do like a little video of me opening it and showing it. That's it really. I think it's quite hard because when you're doing food and drink reviews on YouTube to try and translate that into TikTok, which is like a completely different platform. You can't review. The attention span of these people that are watching the videos, it's you need something quite short and snappy and informative. So yeah, I think I'm still getting used to it, but it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And you're on there as Minsmeals as well.
Minsmeals.
Cool. As you may have heard from any of the shows that you listen to, our new guests, we like to do something called random questions. So if you could please give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10. You can give them to me all in one go or one at a time. It's up to you. But yeah, 3 numbers between 1 and 10, please.
I'll go 5, 7, and 10.
5, 7, 10. Okay. 5. What is the sexiest fruit or vegetable?
It has to be a strawberry. Strawberry. I'm a big strawberry fan. I love to go strawberry picking. Strawberries and cocktails. It's a happy fruit.
Nice. Yeah, very much. With champagne or chocolate covered, very very much deemed to be a sexy fruit. 7. Do you have a sweet or savoury tooth?
Oh, sweet. Definitely sweet. Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure when it comes to sweet then?
I like cheesecakes.
Oh.
Yeah, cheesecakes are good. I went to Dubai just recently, February, and I went to the Cheesecake Factory, and the cheesecakes there are amazing. They're incredible, and the portion sizes are unbelievable. But yeah, they are good. If you haven't tried cheesecake from there, then I'd recommend that you try it.
I had Cheesecake Factory cheesecake yesterday. No, not yesterday. Sunday.
Oh, that was
great anecdote, that wasn't it? Yeah, the twist in it's like M. Night Shyamalan. From the freezer though, Costco one from the freezer. It was the vanilla bean cheesecake from the Costco. Did the mixed one where you got three slices of 4 different flavours already portioned up, so you could pull the slices out rather than having to have the entire. They are on the small side for a cheesecake portion, which because I could eat a very big piece of cheesecake, a very big piece. Imagine
and cheesecake.
Imagine a piece of cheesecake that's too big to eat. I could eat that and then a bit more cheesecake. I bloody love cheesecake.
Have you had all 4 flavours?
Yes, had them all.
Which was the best?
Do you know what? The vanilla bean one was really pretty good. I want to get the Cinnabon one next though.
Yeah, you do.
Is it good?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one next and just have the entire cheesecake.
We had somebody round and we let them have, I think, 2 pieces at 2 different times. I'm fuming that I had to give away like whatever percentage that was of the cheesecake.
What did you do? Did you defrost the whole cheesecake, portion it up, or did you find some way to keep it frozen? Or
we kept it frozen.
What, and just sliced off chunks? Wow, cool.
Yeah,
have you had the Costco one, Maneet?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I actually can get a Costco card through work, and I bought one, got the membership for a year, and then I never went. And I just, when it ended, I was like, should I renew it or should I leave it? And then I just left it. But
I'd be interested to know how they, because I don't think I've ever had Cheesecake Factory cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. No. Surely it can't be long till the Cheesecake Factory have a venue over here, have a location over here.
Well, you saw that they're going to be selling through creams.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that.
I would imagine that will be their test run. I imagine once that does well, if it does very well, then we'll see.
But what are they going to...
Surely when I was in Dubai, at the Cheesecake Factory there, one of the guys said that they were going to be bringing over Cheesecake Factory later on in the year down in London, Stratford area. So,
wow.
Something to look out for as well.
Amazing. We went to... this has gone massively into the cheesecake realm. I don't know why we suddenly... an entire podcast devoted to cheesecake. But my wife and I went to Las Vegas earlier in this year, and we did a list of foods that we wanted to do. And having been to having been to the USA about half a dozen times or more now, Cheesecake Factory is one of the only places that I've never been to, and I must do this, and I just couldn't fit it into our schedule, and I'm fuming.
No.
I'm absolutely fuming. It's now the one and only US restaurant chain that I haven't been to that I want to go to.
At least you've got to go to your American trip this year, though, Nathan, because mine's probably going to get cancelled. So, MJ, you might sneak yours in.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? When's yours? Is September?
August. Last 3 weeks of August.
Yeah.
Oh,
and when's yours, MJ? September?
October,
MJ. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No.
We'll see. It's whether you want to do it, really. You might be able to do it, but you might think, oh, do I really want to be around a lot of people? Some of them might.
Do you reckon
hasn't America now got the most cases?
Yeah. Are you allergic to any foods, Maneet?
I'm not allergic to any foods, but I dislike celery, and I find that an allergy. I don't know, I don't get celery, I just find it an awful piece of food.
How do you feel about people making music out of celery?
Thanks for the celery, even though it... I don't know the lyrics.
My cue to exit.
Yeah, celery's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the only cool thing about celery is that science experiment at school where you have the ink or something and you put the celery in, and I can't remember what it's called as a term for it, but the ink will travel up the celery.
Osmosis. It's osmosis, Michael.
Sucky ink.
Osmosis.
The capillary action or something. I don't know what it's called. But that's the only cool thing a celery can do, and that's it.
You haven't heard Nate's sound bites.
How do you feel about cooked celery? Like
No.
No. Okay. See, I can live with cooked celery, like chopped up super fine in a lasagna or something.
Yeah.
I bloody love celery, to be honest. I think it's a great little thing. But hey ho. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for answering random questions. Is everyone ready for a little bit of Quivia?
Very much.
Before we do Quivia,
yes.
Can I put on my dressing gown? Because
you may, and if you don't have some paper to write down, grab some paper.
I feel like I should have a Quivia costume change. I don't.
I thought you were going to say a Quivia costume, like because you're the brain of Quivia, almost that you should have your own.
What about a cape?
Or outfit?
What about a cape? There we go.
I saw MJ's dressing gown. I was like, actually, I wish I just kept mine on.
And now he's taking his off.
I've taken mine off. I was literally the opposite because Claire's, for some reason, asked to put the heating up. Definitely far too high.
That's good.
So I am adequately temperatured now.
What's your perfect temperature on the radiator?
We have on 20 actually.
20? Yeah, I think 20 is pretty okay.
Yeah.
I'm
22.
22. Oh, I'd be out of the house, I'm afraid.
I think we're sitting around 22 right now, to be honest.
I imagine Stuart, being a northern man, probably doesn't have the heating on at all.
My house is refrigerated.
Yeah. Just put on another coat of gravy.
Takes a couple of hours to get the pigs going, doesn't it?
Doesn't make any sense.
It's like walking on one of those hamster wheel things, and that's rotating the generator that creates the warmth.
Yeah.
Up there.
Now you're explaining it.
Funny?
Yeah.
Does
it make sense?
Fuming.
Some trivia and a quiz and a such extent apart. I told those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's trivia time to play some trivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's trivia time to play some trivia.
Right. Tonight, this episode.
Stop trying to make me happy. I'm not happy. Life is awful.
Okay.
Carry on.
If it helps, MJ, we're about to do Quivia, which you normally do badly at, so therefore you probably won't be happy in a few minutes' time. Right, so tonight's episode is all about food festivals. I found trying to do a food festival-themed Quivia quite tough, so I've sort of bottled it a little bit, and instead we've got a game which I've called Best of All Festival, Quiztival.
Wow. I like that.
Which means nothing other than just a repetition. Tonight I've got 9 world festivals for you, and I'm going to give you the letters in an anagrammical order. I don't know if that's a real word. And you're going to try and guess what the festival is. They're not all food related, should be worth noting. Some of them are from different things like music, etc. But they are all, I believe, world famous. Touchwood, you should have heard of all or pretty much all of these. Depending on how soon in the quiz you guess it, will determine how many points you get. You'll get 1 letter each, and then we'll move on to the next person if you want to guess. If you don't want to guess or pass. If you guessed and you get it wrong, then you are frozen from that word for the rest of the word. It's a game we've played before. I'm just explaining it for any new listeners out there. The funny thing is, we don't get any new listeners.
What are the words? Are the words the festivals?
Yes, they are the festivals.
Okay.
The festival names.
Right.
I would say there's one here that somebody could have some sort of argument with over the naming, but we shall see.
Right. Okay. And we're getting them as anagrams, aren't we? We're not getting them in order.
So we'll do what we've normally done is I'll ask one of you. I'll say Stuart, for example. First letter is.
Yeah.
And then you'll decide if you want to guess or you can pass.
I understand. I just wasn't listening when you explained before.
Yeah. So my issue was I wasn't listening to when you explained to Stuart his question. So can you just explain what you said? What actually are they?
They're names of festivals from all around the world.
Right, great, thank you. Carry on.
Some are food related, some are not food related. That's all I would tell you.
I know one of them then. Right, I know.
I think I know one as well.
Okay.
How on earth can you both know? Like, I expect. Nonsense.
Yep. Right, we will start with MJ because he clearly knows one.
It's embarrassing.
First letter, N.
Okay.
How are we supposed to do this?
You've done this before.
I know, but let's try and talk in the highest pitched voice we can. I can't.
Oh my god!
I don't know any festivals.
MJ, would you like to make a guess off of N?
I would not.
Okay. Maneet, your second letter is A, so you have N-A.
Fuming. If it's the one I've written down, I'll be obviously annoyed.
Has it got loads of letters, this one?
I'm going to pass.
Do you know what? Given I don't think it'll be hugely helpful to you. I will tell you how many letters are in each of them. So this one is 6 letters.
Oh, well, it's not Chinese New Year then.
I mean, oh yeah, I was going to say, is there an A in that? There is, yeah.
Yeah. Go on, I'll have a letter then, please, Nate.
All right then. So
Yeah, there's an A in China.
correct.
And an N.
Thank you. Yeah, and there's also a C.
Is that my letter?
That is your letter, yeah. So NAC.
6 letters. NAC. Nachos. No. Canada.
Nachos. The Nachos Festival.
This is actually really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glastonbury.
Yeah, so that's what I've written down.
Oh, are you
I mean-
literally Glastonbury there?
Is that your guess, Stuart? 'Cause we're finding out if it is.
No, I'll pass.
All right.
I might as well. I
MJ.
should have had a guess because.
MJ. N.
Yeah. So there's two
N-A-C-N.
ends. There's two ends now.
It is Canada. No, it's not Canada.
I was thinking that as well.
Canana.
Banana.
So, sorry, this is could you just describe what a festival is?
It's like a festival, but better.
I mean, it's a coming together to celebrate. I mean, I don't think that there's anything on here that you would have any argument is a festival. Let me put it this way. I'm not sort of just. I mean, what do you think a festival is?
I don't really know. I mean, I certainly don't know what this can one is. Yeah, I'm sure I might kick myself when it is revealed, but I don't know what that is.
I think I know it.
Oh.
Maneet S.
Oh, I don't know it. Okay. F. Cannes Festival.
Oh, God, she's got it.
Yo!
Yeah, well done.
Fuming.
Hang on.
Oh.
I haven't said that she's right yet.
Well, she is, though, isn't she?
I'd literally written down can as well.
And you even said it. You went, I don't know what this Cannes Festival is. Which is
That is brilliant.
so I'm not even going to give that to you. Yeah, well done to Maneet, who gets 2 points.
Excellent work. Well done.
This is fantastic.
Right.
Describe the level of rage and anger that I feel.
Please do. Stuart,
Hello.
you are up next, and your first letter is R.
How many letters in this one?
Oh, sorry, 11.
Oh wow, it's a long one.
I've just counted to 11 on my fingers, like that's going to help.
Oh, you dick.
Glastonbury,
You
Nathan.
dickhead. You
Glastonbury.
absolute dickhead. You dick.
What was your answer? Sorry.
Glastonbury.
That's 11 points for Stuart.
Thank you.
That's what I was going to guess. You can't do that. It's the only one I know. I'm fuming. Oh, God, isolation is awful.
MJ, I can tell you that you know almost categorically 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely, you know 4 of these, and I would suggest that you probably know 2 of the others. There's one that might stump all of you.
It's a shame I'll get him before him.
Yeah. So that was Stuart. So back to MJ.
I'm not going to get him, mate.
O. And there's 8 letters in this.
Oh, 8 letters. Oh. Good food.
I see you frozen out. Maneet. C.
I'm gonna pass. I need more letters.
Probably the safe option, really, rather than just making random guesses and freezing yourself out. Stuart. C. So that's O-C-C. 8 letters.
Nate, is this one of the ones I would have known?
100%.
I think I've got an idea of what it is, but I'm also concerned that I thought it had 9 letters, so I'm going to pass.
Is this one word?
Oh.
Like...
I will not divulge the number of words.
Okay.
For any of these. So, you passing then, Stuart, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For me,
Maneet, it is I.
It is I what? I'm just kidding. I know.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't guess.
O-C-C-I. Interesting. I'm going to pass.
Stuart. O.
What? Oh.
How many O's have you got in this?
Oh.
Thus far, 2.
C, C, P, Pinocchio. It's not Pinocchio, is it?
The Pinocchio Festival.
Pass.
So what? Hang on, sorry, what?
Pass.
What do you say? Pass.
Excuse me, sorry, I thought I heard a guess in there. Is that not you locked out?
I said it's not the Pinocchio Festival.
I said it's not good food.
I don't think you did.
I don't think. I think you went.
rewind it.
Oh, good food.
If you're happy to edit my when I said, I believe what. So basically, what I said was, it's not good food. If you're happy to edit that bit when I said that in there, then people will hear the truth.
No, I don't think Stuart will do that, to be honest. Sorry, what was the last letter I gave you?
Oh yes, the second O.
Yeah.
So, Maneet, the next letter is M. M for mother.
Oh, you? Yeah, you dick.
Do you know it?
Hey. Yeah, I know it.
What do you think it is?
Not
Hey, actually, if I say it, you'll get the point, and Stuart won't. I'm not going to give you any clues.
No,
I'm going to pass.
Okay, Stuart. the
Cheers for
next
that,
letter
Michael.
Is C.
Oh, it's Comic-Con, isn't it, Nathan? Cheers, Michael.
San Diego Comic Con.
You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please support us on Patreon so we can continue to make amazing content, including a recent video where we reviewed a £6 tub of ice cream. £6 Has he lost the plot? Okay. And our recent £30 room service breakfast. This guy's a fucking idiot.
So that's an extra 2 for Stuart. Well done, MJ. Right, so next to MJ, in fact. And your starter for 11 is O.
Oh.
Oh, and how many ones are in this one?
Sorry? Oh, 11.
There's 11 in this one also.
Yeah. There is. That's why I said.
Oh. Okay, then.
Is that a guess? Kidding.
No. I do
No
not
pressure,
know the
but
answer.
I do know the answer.
What? Hey?
I know the answer, mate.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're just trying to make me guess.
I do know the answer, and Nate knows I know the answer.
Oh, I know he knows the answer.
Oh.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to guess.
Hey, I love this. You can't mind fuck me. Let me just be mind fucked.
Oh God, what is my life?
Would you like to guess, or are you just gonna stew in your own juices?
Say an 11-letter word with an O in it, Michael.
Huh?
Say an 11-letter word with an ombudsman. Say ombudsman.
Ombudsman.
It's only 9 letters, that idiot.
Right, are you guessing?
No, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Okay. Maneet, your letter is T, so it's OT.
I'm going to pass.
I almost want to skip him. Your next letter is K.
Oh, it's not what I thought it was then.
Oh.
Ah, pass.
What was the second letter?
T. So you got O-T-K.
The TikTok festival.
It's good, but it's quite short. Your letter, MJ, is... Oh, I've given it to you, haven't I? That was your letter, K. Was it?
No, mine was K.
Yeah. E.
E. Okay.
Yeah, and T and E.
Toke. The Toke Show, baby.
It's at the Isle of Wight Festival with Bonglo.
Right, 11 letters. It's got T-O-K in it, and I am gonna say... Tikio. No. I think.
All night.
No, I think I'll have to pass that. I don't know that one.
Okay. The next letter is for Maneet, and it is B. So OTKEB.
Very interesting.
Correct.
I'm gonna pass.
Back to Stuart. Another T.
Pass.
Back to MJ. S.
S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've now got 7 of 11. Do you think I've heard of this one?
Oh, 100%.
Have I heard of it?
I would think, without knowing you, I think you would have, yes. It's a pretty famous.
Is it a food festival or a non-food?
I cannot divulge.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
But when it was my turn,
did
I
you
just
say-
said pass quite quickly because it's a podcast
Did you say?
as well
did
as
you
a
say-
quiz.
Did you say B for Bravo?
Yeah.
I did say B for Bravo, yes, not D for Dravo.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know it.
Really interesting.
I think I might know one of the words, but
Back to Maneet and O. You've got second
Another
O
O.
in there.
There's only 3 letters left.
Am I sexier than Rachel Riley? That's the question I think on everyone's mind right now.
I don't know who Rachel Riley is.
She's the Manchester United supporter from Countdown.
I love that you led with the Manchester United support. Like that's what she's famous for.
Who replaced
she's-
Carol Vorderman?
Yeah, she's a massive Tory as well. A massive Tory.
Am I sexier than Carol Vorderman?
Very much so.
yeah.
I will not divulge.
What's the... Is that... I mean, that's can't just be apropos of nothing. That must be a clue.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
no.
I'm gonna pass.
Or is it just about letters?
Countdown
It's just about letters, mate.
Ah,
And numbers, I guess. E for Stuart.
B. OTKEEBTSOE. Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it there. I
Yeah.
could
What was
see
the
it there
letter
in the
I just gave
letters.
you? E?
Yeah.
I'll give you the E.
Yeah.
The E.
Yeah, I could see it in all the letters there. They were just in the wrong order.
Right.
Is that 3 for me there?
Yeah, MJ, A.
How many?
9, sorry. Let's rattle through these as quick as we can. 'Cause
Yeah.
Don't know.
people are
Sorry, what was the letter A?
A, yeah.
Yeah.
Maneet, L.
Pass.
Don't have to be that quick. Don't worry. I wasn't. It was more MJ to be honest than you. Yeah. AL. Stuart. H.
Coachella.
H from. H. Whew, Jesus Christ. Wasn't
Awful
D.
man, isn't he?
Oh,
Horrible little,
I don't know what to
Horrible
say. I thought I was doing really well.
horrible little goblin man he is. Look at him.
How did you know it was Coachella?
Such a massive northern genius.
Do you know what's so brilliant? Is that it keeps coming round to me. Oh no, wait, hang on. No, it should be a different person each time, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's the next person after.
Oh, so I basically always get the hardest one. Cool.
Well, only because Stuart's getting them right.
Yeah, which you obviously planned.
Sorry, hopefully.
Just so happens that I'm after Stuart. Yeah.
Are you suggesting that I ordered the letters in some sort of order that would land perfectly on Stuart?
No, you just knew that Stuart would get them, and then I always start off
Sorry.
on the one bang.
You knew you. Right. I nearly said what the answer was there, which is good. First letter for MJ. Come on, MJ. I.
How many letters?
10.
10. Don't know.
Is that a pass, or you just?
Yeah, sorry, that's a pass. Yeah.
Maneet, A. IA. This I will say to all three of you, I would say this is the hardest one on here.
Nice.
Just because I don't think that the actual name of it is particularly famous. I think you'll probably have heard of the actual thing itself.
Right.
I just don't know whether the name of it is particularly famous.
Okay.
Are you passing, Maneet?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
pass.
Stuart, T.
Pass.
MJ, T. So that's IATT.
Pass.
Maneet, N.
Pass.
Stuart, O.
Pass. I think I know what it is, but I don't think I know the name.
MJ, L.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can make the word Latino in there. So it's got to be something like Latino Food Festival. No, I'm gonna have to pass because I don't. No, again, I can see it, but I don't know what it is.
Sort of weird how close you are, though. Maneet, another A. So that's IATTNOAL. No, hang on. I've lost where I am. What did I give you last, MJ?
Yeah.
Gave you an L.
Yeah.
So the next letter is A. Yeah.
A.
Oh. This is stressful.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm fairly chilled out.
Stuart, A.
Hey, it's a lot of A's in this. It's not what I thought. If it is what I thought it was,
The
I really don't know the name. 1,
It's
2,
the
3,
penultimate
4,
one,
5,
so
6,
MJ's
7,
gonna get the
8,
last
9.
letter.
I'm gonna say now that I when I said I thought I knew what it was, I thought it was that tomato.
Whoa.
I know he's going to get another letter. I thought it was that tomato festival thing, but I can't think of what the name is, so I'm going to pass.
Okay, so MJ, you get the last letter, which is M for mother.
Oh, T-O.
Latino nation, Latino. So if you did do Latino, you would be left with Latino. You'd be left with ATAM, Mata Latino.
One Mata, who plays for Manchester United. He's sort of a
Have you guessed it?
No,
I basically think I know what it is. I just need Stuart to hold up the bit of paper again. No. I'm gonna say, because you can also make shun, like nation. You can make nation basically. Let's go for Marley Nation.
Marley Nation. No, it's not Marley Nation, who famously is a jam festival. It is because we're jamming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marley, Bob Marley. He's a singer. It was La Tomatina. So
the one
Stuart.
that-
Stuart was correct, but he's not getting any points because he didn't get.
No.
Right. I probably should have just allowed that, but Stuart's got enough points as it is. Right, let's move on. Let's rattle through these. Right, next one is back to Maneet starting this one. T.
How many letters?
11.
Wow.
And
I'm gonna pass.
Stuart, I.
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to ruin the game.
Go on.
Isle of Wight.
Just do it.
No.
Oh! It's alright, I can just sit here and enjoy my beer for the next couple of minutes. It's fine.
MJ. L.
You sure it's not Isle of Wight?
Sure, it's not
All these letters fit.
Funnily enough, the thing that I thought it was, if it wasn't 11. Wait, let me just double check. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You said 11, right?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, TIL. Yeah, I don't know. Pass.
Okay. Maneet, G.
And it's definitely still not Isle of Wight.
It's definitely not Isle of Wight, no.
I'm gonna pass.
H. It's definitely not Isle of Wight.
Right, okay. Right, again, I'm starting to see it here, so we could be onto a winner here. I'm just going to rearrange the...
This is your best chance to catch up, Stuart, because you've gone big and bold.
Yeah, correct. No, I don't know, but I'm vaguely getting there.
No? Pass?
No, pass, yeah.
Maneet, N. So that's 2 N's.
Wait, oh shoot, I didn't write down the first then.
I didn't write that the first time either.
Okay, so that's 2 N's you've now been given. I've doubled that up. That should only be 1 N, but you now know that there are 2 N's.
Okay. I'm gonna pass.
MJ, N. I'm not going to go. You know, there's 2 N's. I'm not going to go an extra one for you. No.
Is there 3 N's then?
No. There's 2 N's. So I've accidentally given you the second. I accidentally gave Maneet the second N. The second N would have been your N. She should have had 1 N.
So instead, Maneet's got the same number of clues that I do, and then I get the negative of not having it moved on to me with the new letter. Yeah, is that what's happening?
Basically, yeah. But she didn't. But equally, it's worth noting that Maneet didn't guess it correctly, which means that she doesn't get the extra points with the extra advantage. So you're in exactly where you should have been.
Okay, well, I basically know what it is. I just don't know the actual answer, so pass.
Okay, brilliant. Maneet, T. What you missed, Stuart, was I accidentally gave an extra letter to Maneet.
I can't believe it got that exciting when I was out of the room.
Yeah. I should have said N, and what I gave away was that there was 2 N's.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. So MJ, O.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is basically what I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just reorder them to make sure it fits.
I always think these are riveting quizzes.
No, it's not what I thought it was, actually.
Very easy for me to put together. Very difficult for people to listen to.
Some people actively dislike Quivia.
Do they?
Yeah, I think it causes...
I like it. I think it's fun.
I love... Quivia is 100% my favourite part of the podcast.
Is that because you win it all the time?
Yeah. But
can you name and shame these people?
I can't remember who it was, but I've seen a few people online saying, like when we've done Quiv specials and stuff, people going, oh, I know people like Quivia, but it's the worst part of the podcast for me. I'm like, oh,
wow.
Really?
Sometimes it drags a little bit long, like this one. I mean, this has been...
Half an hour of Quivia. Quivia special 3.
Let's be honest, we're locked up till August, so we can't really do much else. We might as well keep this going for the rest of the time we're in.
I'm going to pass, but I do basically know what it is.
We did this last time.
I think we should do, Twitch Quivia. Stream it. Yeah, live Twitching Quivia.
I'm game.
Yeah?
I'm down.
Don't know how that'd work.
No idea. I don't know why I've just agreed to doing something that probably would put a lot of workload on me. But yeah. Maneet, I. This is the penultimate one, so the final one will end on MJ again somehow.
Okay, I'm just going to guess then.
Okay.
I know what it is.
I don't know if it's a festival, but it looks like it's going to... Actually, no, let me just logically write this out.
Oh, I'm going to be fuming if this is...
How many was it? 11?
Yes.
Oh, fuming.
Is it Nightingale?
It's not Nightingale.
Oh dear, that's sad.
MJ, for 1 point,
God.
for 1 point and some pride.
Yeah.
Your last letter is
I think 2 letters ago he said he knew it.
L.
Yeah, so basically it can make either light or night, and then it can make either basically tone or it's obviously light or night. So
Obviously.
Obviously.
God.
Obviously.
Right, let's go for night. It's obviously night. It's basically like what's it? Fright Night. sort of thing. That's basically what it is. So NIGHT.
Stuart, do you know it?
No.
Oh, okay.
NIGHT. So I've got ITL. ITLNOL.
Latino.
Left over.
Latino night.
So it's Tylenol light. Tylenol night. Luntil night.
I mean, this is supposed to become a festival of its own. No, you'll be shocked to learn that it's not Tylenol night or whatever that was you just said. It's Notting Hill.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So that was MJ.
Can I just show you one thing? Okay, you know, in the previous ones. Okay, I've actually written on my piece of paper.
Oh no!
So
Human.
I am the fool.
Yeah, I've done that before.
You might want to start just scribbling some mad things down just in case they come up in these last couple. Then, right? I'm gonna do. Let's do that one next. Maneet, M for mother.
How many?
9.
Passed.
Stuart, A, MA.
Pass.
MJ, I, MAI.
MAI. Let me just have a quick check, see if that's written down anywhere. It's not. So.
It's not time, right?
Wait. No, I don't know.
Maneet, G.
Pass.
MJ, A.
Whoa, what do you mean MJ?
Oh, Stuart, A.
Oh, said it now.
Well, I have. It's still the same letter. You still know about the letter.
Make America Great Again, innit? Pass.
MJ. MJ. A.
All the A's.
There's 3 A's.
No, sorry, D. Listen, I've been drinking. I've been doing this for 47 hours. I'm losing the will to live.
I don't think we've ever still been on Quivia like an hour into the podcast.
No.
And what is the festival about?
It's a festival to bring people together to celebrate.
Oh, in that case, I don't know.
Maneet, R.
I'm gonna pass.
Stuart, S for the penultimate letter.
Mardi Gras.
It would be 2 points. Right, final one. None of us can catch Stuart. Not even myself. I'm not even playing. MJ, N.
How many?
10. Does it matter?
Yeah. Because if it was 12, I was gonna guess WrestleMania.
Oh god, that would have been it. That'd have been the bloody brilliant one.
10. N, did you say?
Yeah, I don't think.
No.
Would you count WrestleMania as a festival, Stuart?
What about SummerSlam? Because that's 10 letters. SummerSlam.
But it's got an N.
I certainly wouldn't count WrestleMania as a festival this year. No.
No, not this year. Certainly not this year.
No,
Although it's as long as a bloody festival, I would soon.
Too big for one night, if anything.
Sorry, are you guessing MJ or not?
I sort of said pass like 12.
Cool. I'm mentally checked out at the moment. Maneet, M.
Oh.
M for Maneet. So that's M for Maneet and N for neat.
10 points for creativity there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Stuart, it's A for Aneet.
MMA. Pass.
MJ, B.
Oh.
B. B. Got a B, baby. O.
Oh, not B.
That's
Oh, God, that's such a
interesting.
dad joke.
OB?
What is annoying is that I
Objectively.
basically know the
Anything.
answer,
Yeah.
and I just don't know how to say it in words or
You
like.
don't know the name of it.
Yeah, I have an idea based on some of the letters, but no, I pass.
Can you type an idea to me?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I'm
Right.
not going to give you points for it. I'm just intrigued.
Yeah.
Are you officially passing, though?
Yes.
Okay. Maneet, N. So, NMABN.
Pass.
Wait, sorry, is that second M?
N.
MMABN. Yeah. Yep. Another letter, please, Nathan.
Oh, did you pass? Sorry. Yeah. G.
G. Bang.
Just to clarify, it is not Banana Man.
Because there's no G in Banana Man. And there's only one M in Banana Man.
Well, maybe the person who sent him the message saying Banana Man said it before the G, right?
Pass.
MJI.
Right, it'd be good to get one here. Oh, wait, hang on.
No, I. It's basically the same joke that Stuart made earlier.
What's the name of the...
Banana Man?
What's the name of the convention that you go to in Chicago sometimes?
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
Not that then.
Basically, almost none of these letters.
He's got
Well,
but he's seen basically the letters for binge and done the same sum that I did about 10 minutes ago.
Just a bit behind, and I'm like the coronavirus. You've got it in Italy. Like
I'm
10 days
I'm
before me.
Italy. You're England.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm Poland,
Yeah.
I think. So I've got written down Bing Man. No, I don't think I do know the answer.
This has gone down so well. Do you remember when Stuart got off of one letter earlier and it was so fun because it just meant we could move on quickly? Maneet's N.
Oh,
N.
So just to clarify, that is N for Nando's, M for McDonald's. A
so
for
hang on.
Applebee's.
Was the first letter an N?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an M.
No.
Oh.
I've had the wrong letters.
So wait, we've now got 2 N's and 2 M's.
No, we've
No,
got,
we've got 3
No.
3 N's and 1 M.
Three Nando's, 1 McDonald's, 1 Applebee's, 1
Burger King.
Burger King.
Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Jesus.
1 Greg's.
A Greg's and an Iceland.
The phonetic alphabet of
That's
food.
brilliant.
Stuart, could that possibly be the podcast title, please?
The phonetic alphabet of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
What a great name for a band, the Phonetic Alphabet of Food.
I tell you what, what a topic for a niche podcast.
Maybe tomorrow's task. Pens and phonetics. I don't know where we are anymore, to be honest.
We've had the third N.
And who was that? Was that for you, Maneet? Was that,
No one knows.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5, 6,
Oh,
7,
God.
8.
I know it.
Oh,
MJ, let's free for all it. MJ.
Yeah, go on.
Bang Rely.
what?
Sorry?
Bangra Life. Bangra Life.
Right. Broadband rely. No. So he's out. Last letter U.
Urban. URBAN. Urban Gin Man.
Dictionary.
Urban Gin Man.
Urban Dictionary Festival.
No, I don't know.
No, Stuart's out. Last point. You got all the time in the world, Maneet.
I can't do this. This
We've
is.
gone for 3 hours.
I can't do this. I can't do this anymore.
It was burning.
Okay, I'm gonna hand the towel in. I can't even guess this. This is very difficult.
Burning Man.
It
It
is
was
but
Burning Man.
Oh no.
If
I
only.
get the point.
I'll tell you what, MJ, I'll give you the point. You'll have 1 point for that.
Right. Say how many points I've got, Nate.
So that's 1 point for MJ in last. Maneet, who came out storming with 2 points, and then MJ got more. Sorry, Stuart got more than 2 points.
Well,
Is that, were you saying more than 2, or are we having a number on it?
I was
3.
probably the first person to write.
Hashtags, retweets, likes, comments, follows. This isn't any ordinary social media. This is Food Review UK social media. Come find us at facebook.com/Food Review UK, on Twitter at Food Review UK, and on Instagram at FRUKgram. Oh, and don't forget the main channel, Food Review UK on YouTube.
I was probably the first person to write down Glastonbury. And whatever came up that was 11 with any of those letters, I was going to say Glastonbury. It just
Well,
so
yeah, I
happened.
did Glastonbury as well.
I wrote Sundance and Edinburgh on my paper, ready for those two. Neither of them appeared.
It just proves again that Stuart is the great fraud. You know, just the dice always fall his way. Yeah, he happens to know the answer when it's his turn to answer the question. He's shaking his dice at me.
Oh, am I missing pictures of dice? Can you show me the dice? Oh, lovely dice. Are they new dice?
They are new dice.
Beautiful.
They look crap.
The trouble is, there we go. The trouble is, because you've got this fuzzy effect on going behind you, when you hold it up and it's not directly in front of your face, it's just blurred.
I've not got the effect on, that's just my life.
Right.
If you put a D20 in front of both your eyes, does that mean you've got 20/20 vision?
Well done.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Let's leave the Dungeons and Dragons references off this podcast, because that's a level of nerdistry that we shouldn't really be plunging.
Just yet, anyway. I'm sure we will definitely be plunging it later. Right, well done, Stuart, for that.
Congrats.
Well done for winning the guessing game, Stuart.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say congratulations because I wouldn't mean it.
Right, for the 3 people still with us after that, let's talk about food festivals. If anyone's got any energy to do so. What is so bloody good about food festivals?
Get you out of the house, you can go to them, not cancelled.
Free food.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I hadn't even made the connection that we're doing a topic about something that literally no one can do right now. Like, the entire world of food festivals is basically cancelled.
Yeah,
it's... We almost could have done any other subject that would have been more relevant.
Almost.
You know what? We could have spoken about the supermarkets. About how we feel about what's going on. Let's curveball it.
I'm almost happy to be honest, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty drunk and pretty tired.
Are you drunk? Oh my god, I didn't know you were drunk.
I've been slamming some Kraken, my friend.
Oh mate, that's cracking.
Where was my invite?
Oh, I'll send some in the post to you.
You won't.
There's like one drink left. You can have.
I don't want that. That's the peasant's portion. That is.
I'll tell you what. We will talk about food festivals in a minute, but let's address that point. May as well. Let's be topical for once. Let's date the podcast somewhat. How do we feel about supermarkets and what's going on in them?
Do you know what? Can I tell a little hashtag anecdote?
No.
Right. I went to Mos's last Wednesday, and I managed to get pretty much everything I wanted except for pasta and tin tomatoes.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of wine. I picked 4 bottles of wine that were wines that I wouldn't usually have chosen, like, because they didn't have any Sauvignon Blanc or whatever other wines my wife likes. 4 bottles of wine, and then they had some beers that I quite like. So I got 6 4-packs of beer. 6 4-packs of beer, and these beers are on 2 for a tenner. So that my 6 4-packs were going to cost me £30. So that's £30 for 24 cans of beer, which is, I would say, moderately expensive for supermarket beer when you can get 24 cans of Foster's for a tenner or whatever. went round the supermarket, got everything else, got to the checkout. She said, you can only have. Oh, he's got the Di Serrano cream. They said you can only have 3. You can only have 3 of your bottles of wine. So I said, all right, fair enough. It's not for me anyway. I said, am I going to have the same problem with my beer? She said, yeah. So I said to the woman, I said, I know it's not your fault, and I'm not getting angry with you, but that's ridiculous because I could buy 72 cans of Stella, but I can't buy my 24 cans of Brewdog. Mm-hmm. And she went, yeah, but that's just the rules. So I made them put 4 of the 4 packs back and just bought 8 cans of beer. I found that quite frustrating.
You're being mean to supermarket staff when they're probably not under any stress?
No, I wasn't mean. In fact, if anything, I prefaced it by saying, I know it's not your fault, but before I punched her in the face.
What he's not told us about the story is he coughed in her face as well.
I coughed in her face. However, and I've had other friends, Morrison's have just updated all their craft beer range, and they've got loads of new beers out, but you can't buy them all because you can only buy 3 cans. You can buy 72 cans of Stella if you buy 3 slabs of it, but you can only buy 3 cans of craft beer because there's no common sense approach to it.
Can I just say on that? I believe today that Morrison's
as of tomorrow,
Aldi,
as of tomorrow,
they've loosened their restrictions. And I don't know if you can buy unlimited or whether it's up to 4 or something like that.
But I think I can. Yeah, I think I can buy. I was planning on shopping tomorrow anyway, so I'll be buying beer tomorrow.
Maneet, what's your views on the world of supermarkets at the moment?
Well, I went to all the big superstores. So I went to Asda, M&S, Sainsbury's, and I literally wanted to kill myself because there was no food on the shelves and people were literally just bulk buying everything. So that was about 2.5 weeks ago. So from that point on, I haven't been in a superstore. I've only been shopping locally, which I've been able to find all the stuff that I need, which is great. Today I went into Co-op and the guy actually offered me some hand gel, which I politely accepted. So that was quite nice.
Wow.
They also had a screen in front of where you could pay, which was new because I always shop there. Yeah. And obviously they have like the social distancing measures with the kind of X's on the floor, only allowing certain people in the store. I mean, it is what it is for now, but you just got to get used to it.
It is crazy, and eventually, barring this actually turning out to be way worse than we even think now. I mean, we will all go back to normality. This is all a short-term measure, and maybe some of us will come out of it with a new way of thinking. But it is crazy what's going on out there. Mm-hmm. I cannot sit here and hand on heart say that we haven't bought into the panic buying. I'm sure that we've got more than we probably need or certainly would normally buy in usual weekly shops and whatnot. But at the same time, we're not necessarily, when it first started and people going out there and buying absolute like trolleyfuls of loo roll or whatever it might have been, we certainly weren't at that point. We've just, because obviously there was that risk that food was going to run out at some point. We didn't know when things were going to change. We did definitely buy a little bit more than we normally would have, and I know that's not socially responsible and whatever. Well, but equally, you do have to worry about your own self-preservation.
Yeah, you look after yourself, mate. Yeah.
I do, mate. I can't lie. I've got a family. I don't want my family to starve, mate. I can't.
No, but you're happy for mine too.
I don't think we shop in the same place. I haven't seen you in my local Tesco.
I only shop in Waitrose, mate.
Waitrose and Taylor. That's a reference everyone will get.
Who's Waitrose and who's Taylor? I think there's a difference between buying 15 packs of loo roll and buying an extra bag of couscous, though.
Yeah.
You don't think 15 toilet rolls is acceptable?
15 packets.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, 15's right.
Packets. A packet of loo roll.
Yeah.
A packet of loo roll.
What is it?
What do you call it, mate?
What is it?
What do you call
Is it a sleeve of loo roll?
Yeah. Don't get your own house in order before you start criticising mine, mate. If that is your real name, which it isn't, because I said mate, not Nate. I used the term of endearment, not your name.
My name's Nathan.
Pal.
Not Nate, anyway.
Nathan
And
John
it might
Jr.
even be Nathan John, but it probably isn't.
Maneet, are you aware that Nathan doesn't actually know what his name is? He's not 100% certain what his real name is.
No, I know now. I didn't know for the first 30 years of my life. So for any listeners out there, and for the benefit of Maneet, I was brought up thinking, or I don't know where I got it from, but I thought that what was one of my middle names, I thought it was actually part of my first name. So I know, it's ludicrous. I thought my first name was actually Nathan-John. I thought it was Nathan John with a hyphen in the middle. Then one day, randomly, just looking at my birth certificate, found out that actually the hyphen was not there, and actually my first name is just Nathan. And then when I questioned, and I even had a backstory as to why I thought it was Nathan John, which was that I think it was my dad wanted to call me, because John is like a family name, and I think I had it in my head that my dad wanted to call me Jonathan, or wanted to call me John. That they eventually they sort of said, "Oh, what about Jonathan?" Because obviously it incorporates the Nathan as well. And then right at the end, they decided, no, we don't want John at the beginning, so we'll have it as Nathan John. I don't know where any of this has come from, because my dad confirmed to me when I was about 30 years old, no, it's all bollocks. They don't know where that came from. My name is just Nathan, John in the middle. So
Brilliant. Good work, mate.
it's
Thanks
great
for telling
work.
me that.
Yeah.
I recently...
Oh, wait, if you think that was thrilling, let MJ tell an anecdote. Come on, mate.
So, I recently returned from the kitchen, and I had Disaronno Velvet, which is the new creamy version of Disaronno, and it is delicious.
Michael's had a drink.
Does it? How much like Disaronno does it taste?
Is it like Disaronno
it is
Baileys?
exactly how you think it would taste.
Like a cross
Cool,
between
I don't know.
Disaronno and Baileys.
Basically, yeah, it's Baileys, but with the taste of Disaronno.
I like
Is
it.
Sorry?
Is it worth it? Like, as in, what's the benefit of it over Disaronno?
I personally prefer it to Disaronno because I like creamy stuff, and it's going to go well in the types of creamy kinds of cocktails that I envision making with it. I was going to make one tonight, actually, but ran out of time.
What's the percentage on it?
I think it's 20?
Yeah.
15? 20?
Look at the bottle.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the... I can't even remember the reference now. What's the cherry percentage?
What's that?
What is that from?
That
What's
was
the
from
cherry?
It was when you had a cherry beer.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Great work.
That
Yeah.
was the last one that Gossie was on, I think. Can't remember whatever that episode was.
Wow.
Anyway, let's tangent back to the actual topic of this podcast. Food festivals. What's so good about food festivals?
Oh.
Monique, I'm going to come to you first. You mentioned it a couple of times already. You went to Dubai recently.
I did, yes.
Tell us about that. What did you go there for? What happened there? And how bloody great was it?
Yeah, so I don't know why. I just thought, you know what, I want to go to this food festival called Gulf Foods, and it's the biggest food and drink festival in the world. I say festival, it's more of a convention. It's the biggest one in the world for traders, suppliers, investors. So you have to be in the industry to be able to attend. And it's in Dubai, and I just thought, you know what, I want to go to this. So I kind of planned going to Dubai specifically for Gulf Foods, and it spans over 5 days. And the event was huge. It's just on another level. You know, it's not only companies that come and showcase the kind of foods and products, it's also a huge exhibition where there's kind of live cooking demonstrations. There was like a retreat area where you could like relax, have a massage. It was just on another level. And I actually went every single day for the 5 days because there was just literally not enough time to go through all of it. But it was incredible. It was a lot of fun. Have any of you guys been to Dubai before?
No, Mum. No. I've
No.
got one of my best mates lives out there. I really should have done, but no.
Have you ever gone sort of like near there? Have you got like to somewhere near there and just not turn, just decided not to go that little bit extra further and visit him?
Ironically, the person that lives in Dubai, Michael knows.
Oh, Dom Chang.
Dom Chang, yeah, correct.
Wow. That's mental.
He's been teaching in Dubai for about five years or so, yeah. Yeah. No.
Wow.
No, never been to Dubai.
I would recommend it. It's nice. It's a nice place.
It's very
Have you been there
small,
before?
isn't it?
Yeah, it is very small.
Yeah.
Had you been there before? Like,
this was my 6th time going.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and because Dubai is changing all the time, there is so much to do. I went to the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. But I went to the next higher points, which I hadn't done before. So even if you do go again, there's still so much to do. Like they were building I think it was a museum of the future. And they were still building that when I was there. So hopefully if I can go to the Gulf Food Festival next year, I can go and visit that. But yeah, Dubai is just on another level in terms of tourism. They're always trying to be the next best thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of theme parks over there that I really want to go to now. They're becoming a big theme park place.
Here's a question for you, Maneet. At the Gulf Foods Festival, is there any presence of haram things, so like alcohol and pork products and stuff, or is it an entirely halal event?
So, funny story. First time I went to Dubai, I didn't know that you're not allowed any pork. So they don't sell it in the country. You can't eat it anywhere.
Oh, wow.
So I was in the hotel and I was looking for the bacon, the pork sausages, asking the guys, and he looked at me like, well, we've got chicken sausages, we've got beef sausages, we've got veal turkey, and I was like, okay, and that's not what I want. But then I later realised that they don't have it, they don't sell it, you can't get it. And another thing with alcohol is you need a license to buy it in a shop. So, for example, obviously here we can freely go to Sainsbury's, Co-op and buy it. You can't do that in Dubai. You can only buy it if you're going to a nightclub, you're in a bar, or in a place that has a license to be able to sell it. But you can't really go into a shop and buy it. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hear is it expensive over there?
It is now. Yeah. When I went the first time, it was very cheap. It wasn't as the tourism there was just starting, so the price was fine. But going back now recently, the price has just gone up a lot. I think it's a really good family destination to go to, and for the food, it was amazing. It's a Lebanese cuisine there. Which it was nice. You got the kebabs, the skewers, and one thing to try is the hummus. The hummus there is nothing like I'd ever tried before. It was so smooth, it was so creamy. It was like I was eating butter. It was like,
I adore hummus. It is literally a god food to me.
Yeah. It's weird how amazing it is. I'm getting. Ramona sent me that new edamame dip, and that's very similar to their hummus. Oh man, it is bloody nice.
Hummus is bloody lovely. I don't think I've ever had a bad hummus, to be honest.
When did you? Go on, man. Sorry. No,
I was just going to say, like, even just cheap stuff, I still enjoy. Like.
How old were you when you first ate hummus, Michael?
I was 32.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. You never failed to just be amazing.
He's a guy who runs a food channel. Maneet, what was I going to say?
You guys were probably 32 anyway, weren't you? It was only invented a couple of years ago.
Brilliant. Well done. Yeah.
I'd love if I was only 32 a couple of years ago.
No, I meant like 15.
No. What was the best thing that you... Oh, no, that was what I was going to say. So was that through work that you did that? Obviously, you don't want to necessarily talk about your work particularly, but...
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't through my work. I just had an interest in going to food festivals, but I was able to go under my work title. So as a process development technologist, I was able to do that, which I'm really lucky that I can go to these events under that. But it wasn't like paid for work or anything like that.
Do you think you would have been able to go under your YouTube, because you're a food journalist?
I don't know really, because when I went, I did ask about that, and there wasn't many people there, like in the media kind of reporting it like that. It was literally investors, like people with money that wanted to buy a certain brand or like a product or something, and people showcasing their products. So I don't think there was a kind of an area for that, but
there was clearly no restrictions on you posting about it though, so maybe.
Well, there was a company. Well, there was two companies actually that were developing new products, and I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I put this on my social media?" And they said, "Can you not?" Because we're still developing it and we haven't launched it yet. I didn't. Yeah, so I couldn't post about them, and I can't talk about them until
What were they?
I can't do that, and I know I can't do that because I have to do that in my job anyway. Because we have to. If we're developing a product, I can't talk about it or say anything until it's released, and that's purely because if there's a competitor out there and they see or hear about it, it's not going to be good business for them.
No, of course, absolutely not. What was the best thing that you can talk about out there? What was the best thing that you tried?
What was the best thing I tried? I think I have to say the ice cream. There was a company from Italy that was there. I think it was like gelato. It was just out of this world. And the guy was so nice. You don't have to pay for any of the food there. So I'm just like, I want to try all these different ice creams. And he's just giving them to me free willy-nilly. And because I was there for the 5 days, I kept going back to the same guy, to the same stand, just having the same ice cream. But yeah, it was everyone there was so friendly and so open. And I got a lot of kind of goodies and free samples and stuff, which I was worried about because coming back, my weight limit was over coming back to the UK because I had so much food. But it was a lot of fun.
Amazing. You'll be going next year if you can?
Fingers crossed. I do really, really want to go next year. It's just so expensive. So expensive. I went for 14 days, but I think if I go next year, I'd probably only go for the event itself because I went kind of as a holiday and for the event.
Yeah. How much was the event? Do you have to pay for the event itself?
Yeah. So I had to pay £40. It was, and that was the early bird fee. If you paid after, it's £80 to get in
for 5 days.
That's for 5 days. 5 days.
Sign me up.
I mean, that's ridiculously cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, I know obviously the cost comes with the flights and the hotel and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. But I think for that price, I would say hands down it's worth it. The event itself was so well organised. There was security there was people at every doorpost, saying to you, if you're lost, we can help you. It was very clearly labelled out. I'm happy paying that price because I had the best experience there. It's probably one of the best food convention shows I've ever been to.
Wow.
Yeah, and I will be doing a YouTube video on it on my channel, which I'll be putting up sometime next month. So you can see that if you want to have a look at what I got up to.
Awesome. So to the listeners out there, if you want to start upping your Patreon subscription so that Stuart, MJ and I can make our way over to Dubai next year, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. I'm not going to Dubai, no beer.
No, you can have it. Just only have it in like the clubs and the bars.
If I can't walk around the streets drinking, I'm not going.
Good news, listeners. Good news, listeners. We only need 2/3 of this subscription to allow myself and MJ to go.
Yeah, prices come down.
Right. Your best bet is to buy your alcohol at duty free. So buy a bottle of vodka, whiskey, whatever, and then take it with you and keep it in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Yeah. MJ, Stuart, food festivals. What have you been to, and have you enjoyed them? I guess is the question I'm going to ask both of you.
I go yearly to the Bolton Food Festival. So Gemma's family are from Bolton, so what we tend to do is all go and meet there.
I'm sorry.
That my wife's from Bolton.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. So we tend to go there, and what I've seen in the last kind of 10 years of going to Bolton Food Festival is that it's got bigger and bigger and bigger and more and less enjoyable.
Bit like Bolton.
Yeah.
Sorry.
10 years.
Literally have never been. I have no idea what it even is.
No, it's an absolute arsehole, mate. It's fine, yeah. 10 years ago, it was absolutely brilliant. You got a good number of stalls. You'd have good demonstrations from various people, and they'd get pretty decent people on as well doing the demonstrations. They'd get like my wife and her sister went and watched Mary Berry doing a demonstration and met her afterwards. They'll get your hairy bikers, that arrogant wanker James Martin.
Yeah.
I like James Bolton.
Oh no, he's a horrific human being, Maneet. A really horrible human being. He is. You were talking about Blue Van Dave as being exactly the same off camera as on camera. James Martin is exactly the opposite. Absolutely appalling human being, and then switches it on when the crowds are there. And
does he? I've never seen him switch it on.
And then. And you get really good food. And what I love about food festivals is that you can go around, you get some good freebies, but also you can. It's a street food vibe, so you can go and you can get bits of this, bits of that, and you can eat at a food festival. No one looks down on you for eating so much that you feel sick, and that's what I want in life. One of the things that does get me down about food festivals is that often you'll have stalls selling less than average beer at ridiculous prices. So you'll have stalls selling kind of very poorly made local beers at £3.50 a bottle, or hey, 3 bottles for £10, and it's inevitably disappointing. But the food, and particularly when you go to a place like Bolton Food Festival, you'll have a real mixture. Because up in the north, everything's... you won't understand this, but well, Maneet would because you live near Leicester. But these guys down south won't understand ethnic diversity. So you'll have, for example, you'll have.
Sorry, I don't quite understand the slurring of. I mean, what you? Can I just clarify what it is you're trying to suggest?
That everyone down south is white and racist.
I mean, I live in a hugely Polish populated.
All right, mate. I've got a Polish friend
area.
too.
Yeah, I did say they were my friends.
So you get like a
racist.
You get like a Thai thing next to an Indian thing, next to an Italian thing, next to someone selling some pasties. What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
That's literally the description. And every now and again you might get like something that's like a mild celebrity. Like, I didn't know who it was, but once at Bolton Food Festival there was a woman selling brownies who'd been on The Apprentice, and that was exciting. Yeah.
Wow.
I think she won The Apprentice.
How did she cook the brownies? Did she fire them?
Oh, that's excellent humour, Michael. Well done. Well done. So that's why I both like and dislike food festivals and Southerners.
Cheers.
You mentioned there about the beer, out of interest.
Correct.
Is it that it's overpriced, or is it that it is a small company which we know are higher priced? So, for example, we obviously, MJ has to, every time he does a review of the Cookie Mill products, he has to bat away the comments of, oh, it's ridiculously overpriced. And the same with Chocolate Smiths, and the same with et cetera, et cetera. Is it that it is overpriced, or is it just that they are small companies which unfortunately have, they can't incorporate their overheads as easy, et cetera, and they're just not to your taste?
Nathan, I'm showing you two beers here. Right.
They're both blurry.
Here we have.
Blurry.
Oh yeah, they are both blurry.
Blurry.
Right, one beer is a mass-produced beer that you can get for about £1.40 from B&M's. This beer is Moncada Impy Pudding Imperial Rice Pudding Stout, which is from an independent brewer that costs significantly more than that one. This is miles better because the independent small company has put a lot of craft and skill into making it. So don't lecture me about paying more for a product from a small independent business when I regularly pay upwards of £6 or £7 for one beer to support a small independent brewer, you southern racist wanker.
Oh.
was shooting stars. I can't remember what it was.
This cat's got claws.
Meow. The saucer of milk table, Stuart. I wasn't lecturing you. I was just asking
You were.
you.
No, you were.
The sake
So-
of no. For the sake of the listeners who all just assume that say Rich's cookies are just cookies and therefore aren't worth the money, we all clearly know they are worth the money. I was just asking that whether the reason that they are overpriced was just because they're a small company and they're just a crap small company, or whether they were just overpriced because they were trying to take advantage of people at a festival.
Okay.
Was, I guess, my query.
Maybe you weren't lecturing me, but you were patronising me, which means to talk down to, Nathan.
In order to grow the Food Review UK podcast, we'd like to ask all our listeners and subscribers to drop us a review on their chosen podcast application. With your help, we could grow the podcast to such an extent that we had no need for the Food Review UK YouTube channel and its owner, Michael Jameson. There is a little favour that we'd like to ask of you. Just head on over to iTunes and leave us a positive review. 1,000 5-star reviews and MJ dies! Hurrah!
I was patronising you.
Oh,
MJ. Festivals. We've been to a festival together.
We've been to a festival together. Probably my favourite one, I think.
God, I mean, I'd be fucking awfully offended if it wasn't your favourite one. We've been to 2 food festivals together, actually.
Correct. Remind me what the second was.
Tame. No,
Yep.
not Tame. That's wrong. Waddesdon Manor.
Oh, yes, Waddesdon, yeah. So basically, I've been to really not many at all. So I've done Waddesdon. That was all right. That was not too bad.
You know what my biggest issue with Waddesdon, apart from the fact that they offended my wife, my biggest issue with Waddesdon was it felt like cheese stall, jam stall, chili stall, cheese stall, chili stall, jam stall. Like it
Red
just felt
Lorry,
like
yellow Lorry.
yeah, it just felt like I was looking at the same 3 products 20 times.
Correct. Yeah, it's sort of what I would call. I think there's a scale with food festivals, and one's like arsehole end of the scale, and the other's like decent. And yeah, that was a lot of the just bit pretentious, I suppose.
It was fine, but I just felt
yeah,
like we were just looking at the same. Like, if you didn't like cheese, jam, or chilies, it felt like you were just there was very little there for you.
Yeah, because whilst I love like eating and I have a big appetite, I don't necessarily. Almost for me, the food festivals have to be a mix of stuff that you actually eat there and that you enjoy there, the hot food and the street food kind of vibes. But then I would want quite a lot of things to take home as well. So that's where the Tame Food Festival, which I did actually go to, just not with you, Nate, was very good. That was a good mix. And took home quite a lot. Had some incredible gelato there. Actually, that was phenomenal. So that was good. But yeah, the BBC Good Food Show, that was sort of leaps and bounds above anything else, really. What was so good about that place is that was actually primarily. I don't think they did have that many like hot food things there. There was a few like barbecue kind of places and that sort of thing. So I think, did we get a pork bat?
Hog roast. Hog roast.
Yeah, hog roast. Yeah. And we ate that on the floor and it was delicious. But actually, what I really liked.
Memory.
Honestly, it was such a nice day.
Just
and
sat on the floor with you eating a hog roast bat, thinking, why hasn't anyone recognised us?
Fuming. Don't get me started on that. I don't think I've been recognised in ages now. Channel's dead anyway.
Dead.
Basically, this
dying.
podcast is what's keeping you going.
Yeah, correct. No, and then we watched. Was it England versus Wales or what? Wales.
It was, it was England versus Wales.
Yeah, and the pub on the afterwards. But one of the things that I really loved about that was that there was a good mix of brands that you'd actually heard of as well. There was like new brands that are starting up and brands that I've seen since get bigger. Like in particular, Jim Jams, is it? Jim Jams spreads.
Yeah.
So they were there. They were like literally launching. So we had a chat with them about how they were launching. But then there were these smaller companies that, again, I've seen since. So the Black Licorice Company, I've seen them since because I think they're quite heavily stocked in Yildy, Mr. Sims' sweet shop. And they're bloody delicious. But the Copper Nose beef jerky, that was insane. Actually, I might buy some right now. Yeah.
Here's those tangents we told you about, Maneet.
Viral.
It happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. They're so good. They allow you to speak to the producers as well, the creatives behind it, and the passion behind it, and it's so great being able to have those conversations as well as just being a great social event too.
Yeah, there was very few big companies. In fact, I'm not sure if there were any big companies, to be honest. Oh, what are we doing here? Copper Nose. Right.
Hang on. Where is it? Oh no, it's gone.
So the listeners were all being treated to a image.
There we go.
Smoked. Okay. Smoked for your pleasure. Brilliant.
Yeah. That is on the Nose website.
Yeah. MJ, bearing in mind that is obviously one of the biggest in the UK, if not the biggest. Were there any big companies there? I think they're all small companies, weren't they, or relatively unknown companies? I don't remember there being any.
So.
I don't remember there being any big name brands there.
There was a few individual, like I think did Warburtons have some bread there or something? It was like
Nothing.
Little nuggets like that though, but they were more promoting a single item kind of. Yeah, it wasn't quite the same
Nothing,
sort of thing.
nothing exciting certainly by any means.
No.
Whereas I get this sense, Maneet, I might be wrong. The Dubai one, were there big name brands? A lot of big name brands at your place? Dubai?
The thing is that it was all around the world, so there was a lot of brands that I had never even heard of or seen. But you did have, I did see Sainsbury's stand there. There was PepsiCo. There was Yeo Valley. So there were a few brands that I saw that I recognised, but the majority of them, like if I went to like the China stand or like the India stand, I wouldn't even know half the products because they were all specific to that country, which is fine to look around and just to see the products, but there weren't brands that were in the UK. But what was really nice at Ghoul Foods is they had basically areas of the exhibition all laid out clearly, so you could go to like an island area or like a UK area, or like I don't know, Canada area, and they had that specific foods from that region. Wow. So if you were interested in something, you could go there and see it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool to have it split up like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think MJ hit the nail on the head there. I don't know how many you spoke to, Maneet, but obviously it's quite cool to like get talking to the people who are either the creatives behind the food or certainly are involved in it somewhat. Like one of my fondest memories of, say, the BBC Good Food one that we went to was, I think his name was either Tom or John, the guy from the Fudge Kitchen, who was an absolutely just mental, eccentric, but really fun individual and very, like, incredibly passionate about the fudge that he and his company make. And it was great just meeting people like that because we all love food, clearly, from the fact that we, work on Food Review UK and Minsmeals, and we aside from the social media work that we do, we obviously just have a passion in food to be able to talk about it. And so to talk to people who are actually producers of that food and make incredible products, it's just great. It's actually criminal how few festivals we've been to as Food Review UK since then.
Yeah,
like
totally. Yeah.
I've not been to the Good Food show. That's on my list of one to go to. I was actually going to go to the Ingredients show this year, which is normally held, or it would have been held, I think it was last week or maybe next week, I'm not sure, but they postponed it, and I think they're probably going to postpone it till next year now. But that's a really good one for food innovation. And just seeing different brands, and I think that's the biggest kind of development, kind of UK-based exhibition here.
It's great as well because, like, from that, what you're saying there, the innovation, it's great to go and see things that are new that maybe you wouldn't have come across necessarily in your path, because obviously you get the occasional stall and it's just it's nothing particularly exciting. It's food that you've either tried or similar to what you've tried, but when you can go and you can find these places that they offer you something that's completely new to what you tried. Even if you don't like it, it's good to sort of get ahead of the game and find some of these things that these companies are producing out there. Stuart, what's the place? It's probably not a festival. What's the place you go to that we've talked about before? Is it Grub or something similar?
Yeah, it's more of a street food market kind of place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's moved around tons. I went. I've not been since last summer, and they've moved to new premises. But I suppose it's essentially the same kind of idea, isn't it? A food festival. Is essentially an independent. A street food venue is essentially an independent food festival where you get to buy food direct from the producers. So I suppose that's my experience of a food festival. Whereas, like what Maneet's saying, and you guys at the Good Food, where it's more of a corporate event, more of a trade event. For me, a food festival is much more like a street food thing on a larger scale with surrounding events. Which is what I like. You know, if you can, despite what Nathan said about me earlier, if you can support like independent local businesses, I think it's a nice thing to do, especially in times like this.
I'm more if you can, mate, more than me. I'm out there supporting small cookie businesses. You're out there, I don't know, slagging off small beer businesses. I don't know. I know which one I'd prefer.
Do you know what? Some of the beer at food festivals is absolutely dog dirt, though, mate. Seriously, absolute dog bob. Like the worst beer. It's embarrassing. Like,
do you want to name any names or?
I can't.
Don't be embarrassed, mate.
Just bad local breweries. Just.
I went to a festival. It was a sausage and cider festival.
Oh.
I was in somewhere in Leicestershire, and they had kind of local ciders there. And I bought one. It was quite expensive. Didn't like it, and ended up just having Copperberg, which was just so. Yeah, I just didn't like it at all. The taste was off, and I was just annoyed. And I just thought I might as well just go with something that I'm used to.
Yeah,
I've got to say
I think
when it comes to cider, I am a basic bitch. I do enjoy it. Like, I went to Chicago a couple of years ago, and Alex, who's been on the show, was raving about some of the ciders they had over there, and he served me up a couple, and they just weren't me, to be honest. Give me a very sweet one that I can chuck a straw in.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Andy.
No, it's just my friend at work went to a festival like that the other day. She was talking about sausage and cider.
It was good. Sausage is amazing.
Michael! What a horrible man you are!
It's really horrible.
That is all. Cider. Michael!
What?
And the worst thing is, I'm so innocent about this until I just realised what you meant.
At
least it wasn't Lynx.
He's just Michael.
No, I have to apologise, Maneet. You weren't. You didn't deserve that, to be honest.
No.
I did deserve it.
Disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Trojan sauce.
If nobody has anything else to offer on this, MJ, can you sock med me?
I'd love to.
Sock med. It's time for questions that you posted on all the platforms that you utilize to provoke our replies. Although increasingly I'll posting the forms of statements that require no response, as opposed to the questions we requested in our initial posts on the aforementioned Sock med.
Go on then.
We're going to do some time travelling. We're going to go. I'd like to cast your mind back 4 weeks when we only sort of were first suspecting that there might be some serious problems with the world.
God, this could be quite interesting, couldn't it? Like some of the comments could be like pre-lockdown.
Like a time capsule of quotes.
Yeah,
it's highly possible.
Oh,
so Mr. Joseph Carter said,
Joe.
Ever been to Epcot's Food and Wine Festival? Expensive, as is everything at Disney, but very, very nice for foodies. But Stuart's taken
Nice one, Joe.
head set off in rage. I have been, actually. Yeah, I've been a few times.
Yeah, I was going to go.
It is really, really expensive, but it's sort of fun to take part in. Like, Claire and I tend to do, like, 2 or 3, 4. We don't go mad or anything, because it is expensive for seriously not much food, but it's part of the fun in it. So
I've never been before.
Hopefully, you both get to experience it later this year.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I mean that.
Nice one.
Oh, that will be beyond devastating. That would be very, very, very bad for MJ.
Cool.
Maddie Madworld
Mothers.
says never been to one. You guys should all do a vlog. You guys should go together and vlog them all. Yeah, we do want to do more.
Yeah, I've just looked. I mean, I know that the world could end any minute now. The next BBC Good Food Festival appears to be in November in Birmingham.
Yeah, I'm totally up for it.
I'll see you guys there.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do a meet up, man.
Stuart?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
That was a long pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, innit? Awful pause, to be honest.
Amelia Hills.
Amelia.
Have you ever been to a vegan food festival? We always have one in my town, but it's mainly inside the local museum. And usually you don't get to see much, as it is incredibly cramped and full of screaming kids.
Oh, no, but would love to. As a
I've not been to one either. Oh, I mean, I've been to an allergy and freeform show. There were vegan things there, but it wasn't interesting. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Takes my goats.
Don't apologise. They made their own choices.
Faces of MJ says, "Can I meet you at a food festival?" Of course you can. Bonglongs.
Bongers.
Can you mention the festival?
Yeah.
I sort of already have.
Yeah.
It's all that.
Do you remember the festival?
Foodiology is put to... Sorry?
Do you remember the festival? I bloody loved loved/hated the festival. You know, MJ did an entire series of videos where he reviewed Pez.
Excuse me, no. I did an entire series of video titled The Pestival, where I reviewed every available flavour of Pez.
And matched your clothing to the flavour of Pez that you were reviewing in every video.
I have not seen that video.
Oh, no.
There's a
No, videos, series of videos, loads of them.
It was a dark period.
The only thing that saved the Pestival was the name, The Pestival. So,
and would you believe I actually managed to download a Pez font?
Amazing.
As long as it brought you joy.
I wouldn't believe that.
I'm going to Google it.
Cool. Tangent.
Someone's bought Pestival.com and it's not me.
Moving on.
No, they haven't.
I would imagine it's Bonglung's, given he's the only person that talks about it more than we do.
Isn't that... I love this. How often do you Google something and Google has as few results as 144?
Oh, wow.
And they're all
That's
you.
very low.
Yeah.
The Geordie Lion.
Geordie.
Love the show, lads. From Stuart's mum's neck of the wood. Alreed and that. Bongers is a legend. Buy a PlayStation. Bonglungs and me, you and MJ can rob a casino. Gang, 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 naughty.
Brilliant.
Geordie, who was recently on BBC News.
Yeah.
Oh! He's the...
Geordie Lion.
Yeah, he was like the first guy to have some sort of eye...
It's like a mad operation, isn't it? Like an eye operation.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like basically blind and then he's had an eye operation and now he can see stuff? And the things that he chooses to see with his new eyes are videos of Michael on YouTube. Brilliant. all that NHS money.
Good. To enable entertainment. Eyes. Bonglungs has said, "Hi,
Bongers.
gang, be some robbers shooting the coppers. In it, G, gun, gang, gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Bonglungs,
I don't
Bongers.
have the energy to explain bong lungs, I'm afraid.
what makes you you? Because I love you.
that-
I want to get face tattoos. Do you want to get some too?
Is he not replying to Maddie there? Is Maddie not? Are you reading these out of order again?
No,
Or
it
is he-
doesn't look like. It doesn't look like he's replying.
does
Or
he
is he
love?
replying to Faces of MJ?
Who does he
He's
love?
replying to Geordie. Well, it's immediate. It's not a reply to anything. So could I think it's probably me. Could be me. Could be Maddie. Could be Geordie Lyon. Could be any three of us.
Right.
I don't think it's any of you lot.
Right.
So fast forwarding now. This is the ones we did this week. Bong lungs.
Bongers.
Jason?
Can the grass be greener on the other side?
Depends who's the gardener.
Oh, philosophy.
Oh, I like that. Nice.
Yeah.
Almost
Geordie
certainly
Lyon.
talking about a different type of grass.
And the Geordie Lion said only if there's weeds in the grass.
Oh,
Yeah.
same joke. Yeah.
Bong lungs has said curry for
King is-
dinner.
No, I had muscle food for dinner, actually.
What's muscle food?
Muscle food.
Yeah, the husband is having muscle food, so I just thought I'd try one. It's not great, okay? So these meals come in frozen, then they get defrosted, so you keep them in the fridge, then you reheat them in the microwave. It's like slop, sloppy slop. Yeah.
Is it just protein? Just like protein slop?
Well, the thing is, because they're basically cooking it, freezing it, defrosting it, heating it. The protein in it is just, it's not great texture. The flavour isn't great. It needs a lot of salt.
Right.
The three that I've tried is not great, but yeah, I did not have curry for
Horrible.
dinner.
I had. Go on, Nathan.
I was going to say, I did have Indian topped fries, which was chicken, cheese, mango chutney, and mint sort of raita, the mint and yogurt sauce.
Crucials.
Crucials. Baked on top of chips. Lovely. Bloody lovely.
Michael?
Sounds good.
Michael
I did have curry. I did have curry. I had Tom Kerridge, basically Tom Kerridge lamb, chickpea, and sweet potato curry, and it was bloody phenomenal.
Have you done a video for those?
Sort of, yeah. I'm doing a compilation of all of them.
Yeah.
Just to fill, sorry, I should fill the viewers, the listeners in quickly. Tom Kerridge has got a butcher's / pub in Marlow called the Butcher's Tap, and they are offering a ready meal service, so you can order it and go and collect it. So you can. It's not a Michelin star restaurant or Michelin star, butchers. That's not a thing. But basically, it's Michelin star ready meals. That's how I'm treating them.
Star butchers. Well,
Shelby,
I've not even answered the question about my tea. I had vegetarian chili.
Dinner.
I had dinner. Tea, thank you, Maneet. I had veggie chili.
Veggie chili.
Veggie chili.
Veggie chili. That's
Veggie
a good word
chili.
to sort of say. Veggie chili.
Veggie chili. Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
like a football player.
Was, yeah. From
Massio
Paraguay.
veggie chili.
Shelby says 6
Shelbers.
stall options: burgers, Mexican, Indian, Thai, Greek dessert. Where you headed?
Mexican.
All of them, probably.
Burgers,
Burgers.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dessert.
Mexican. Yeah. Good question, though.
Fair. Yeah, it's a good question.
How weird, man,
Finn
Shelby.
Rogers.
Shelby talks like my mum. We discovered that this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Amelia and Shelby, who are both very much active participants in the
Frukmaster.
Frukmaster,
Yeah.
in the FRUK Unwrapped and fans group that you can find on Facebook. Not Food Review UK. Can't find it on Food Review UK.
Food
You
book.
can find it on Facebook though.
Yeah.
Search FRUK Unwrapped and fans, and you will find the group, and you can join in the last couple of days of Frukmaster.
Yep.
Correct.
Oh,
Finn Rogers says,
Finn.
Nate, how's the weight going? Also, MJ, have you
You're
been
not answering that,
singing
Nate.
many Peppa Pigs?
has it been bad? I know you've been,
Also,
sacking it off for the apocalypse. He's not answering, is he? How bad
He's
is it,
not
Nate?
answering.
How bad is it,
Also-
man?
No, he's probably he's been better than me.
Plateaued or
Lost loads.
I was like, mate, you're cracking up.
It can hit.
That's really good. I mean, you fooled me. Definitely fooled.
Nah, seriously, it's awful, really. I'm eating tons of food. Awful that someone's brought it up and I forgot to address it on the podcast. Yeah, probably gonna have to lose about 2 stone by the time this is all over. But more serious things in the world than my weight, to be honest. So
yeah, exactly.
But in many ways, nothing's more important than that, Nathan.
What's more important than that?
Nothing more important than that.
What is?
Nothing. Oh, there he is. Oh.
Do you want to get that, Michael?
Oh no, what's this? Hello?
Oh, hiya, is that Michael?
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of the podcast. Can I call?
This is James.
No, I'm calling you back. Geordie, you'll have to listen to Objectively Bad podcast to hear.
Oh, I can't believe he's just done that.
Geordie Lion says,
Geordie.
"Hi, lads. The food festival in the tune is well nice. Hashtag Bullock for Prime Minister. Love you, MJ. Nate's the best fuck buddy. Up the bongers."
Cheers, Geordie.
Nice one, Mo.
He also says, "What we smashing on Disney Plus, MJ? Get on them Avengers Endgame extras. That's what I'm talking about."
Yes, Avengers Endgame.
Correct.
Guess what I've watched on Disney Plus so far?
Go on.
High School Musical.
Really?
I mean, I haven't even watched that.
High School
But
Musical,
watch it,
the
it's gonna be
series,
me.
the show.
We've watched the first movie and we've watched the first episode of the series, the show, and a few episodes of DuckTales.
What's your favourite song?
From High School Musical.
Together,
I quite like Get Your Head in the Game.
Together, everyone.
No, I like Get Your Head in the Game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Get your head in the
Basketball vibes. Get your head in the game.
Gotta get
Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game.
Sorry, am I on a podcast with adults that know songs from High School Musical?
Wait, High School Musical's sick.
Really
I think there's an age issue for you, which is negated by the fact that my job necessitates I know things like that.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's in the job description, mate. Yeah, it's in the interview. It's in the interview. They ask you that when you go for the interview. Yeah, they say how many songs.
An interview.
How many?
When did you last have an interview? And did they, precipitate that by knowing that you would the Disney Plus would be around?
I have to perform a medley of High School Musical songs at every interview I go to. Well, I say I have to. I insist.
When was the last time you went for an interview?
4 years.
I'd be really happy
about
with his job, so he
four.
doesn't need to go for any interviews, but he insists anyway.
About 4.5 years ago.
4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Brilliant.
That's fine. I can't prove my point.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyone else just found they got the Simpsons Good Times favourite Simpsons episode? Mine's Homer at the Bat, season 3, qualify episode.
It's good, that, isn't it?
Quality,
I imagine.
Homer at the Bat.
Yeah.
I assume that's the. Is that the?
I
suppose.
No,
I mean to say that. Nate and I are in a quiz, and I just gave away one of the quiz questions.
I'm in the quiz as well. But
you're in it as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I've already put my answers in.
I've done my answers anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Probably my favourite episode. I don't know why, but the one with the Venus de Milo.
The gummy.
Probably up there.
Yeah, because he's a pervert in it, and you relate.
Well, no, it's more so the bit where he has the super sour sweet, and they said, "Oh, did you The guy turns around, and then he turns back and says, "Oh, it's disappeared." And he says, "Oh, did you have that?" And Homer's got the face of, "Wasn't me." And...
on topic, the one where he goes to the Chili Festival and has hallucinations in the desert. That's a good one. But on a more serious point, any Treehouse of Horror.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Elliot Pole 678. Does it anger you when certain vendors sell products for an obscene price? I have been to food festivals where, for example, chicken pieces and a can of pop costs £9 or £10. Also, if you had a booth at a local festival, what would you sell?
Yes, it does. I refer you back to my earlier point about overpriced dog bog beer, yeah.
What would I sell? I would imagine it would be novelty burgers. Like, just real wacky shit. Like, burgers with candy floss or some bollocks like that.
Oh.
But better than that. Listen, if I'm presenting the business, I'll come up with a better idea than that. It's literally the first thing
You're just on the spot right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I definitely... Am I being asked to do it? Or...
Yeah.
Is he... Right,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll come up with a better idea earlier.
It's tomorrow.
6, 7, 8.
It might not go ahead.
If that's your real name.
Maneet, what would you do?
Who's going next?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Indian food, only because my mum has always said that she wants to do her own business cooking, like food and selling her food. So I'll probably just get my mum to come and cook her food.
Skills, absolute
and
skills.
that would be the stall, and I'd just sit back and watch her do all the hard work.
I like it. What's her specialty?
Incredible.
If she was doing one product, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know, because she is honestly good at everything. Anything she cooks, like the other day at work, I say other day, this is probably like 6 or 7 months ago, they had a competition and everyone had to bring in their own dumplings and like hand make these dumplings. Okay, I think she made like these dumplings and they looked amazing, incredible, really, really good. But yeah, Indian cuisine, get my mum in. Yeah. That is the stall.
I would do slushy frozen margaritas.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Can I change mine?
You can have the stall next to me and we'll just swap. All day.
Good plan.
Yeah.
This, to me, actually, this just sounds like a restaurant. Because I'm quite passionate about making pizza and burgers. So we'd have, like, pizza, burgers, Indian food, alcoholic slushes, and Nate's manager.
Why doesn't anyone want my candy floss burgers?
Yeah, we'll get you on finance, I think.
You can do the accounts, mate.
The secret is that the bun is the candy floss.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll keep you on the books. We'll let you know. No, this sounds like an amazing idea. We should do this. Chowdhury Tasmina, how to balance junk food and diet food. Do you mean physically?
I didn't think I like that.
I mean,
Equal
I'd
weights either side, probably.
be the wrong person to ask because my diet is all over the place. I just eat what I want when I want. So, I would be the wrong person to ask.
I have 2 separate packs of digestive biscuits under my bed at the moment.
You're not going to judge you? Well, I'm not going to judge you for that.
I have an unopened pack of digestive biscuits. My wife went to the shops recently. She said, "What do you want me to get?" And I said, "Some digestive biscuits." I hadn't even opened the first one, and I wanted the second one. So I don't know who it was. Was it Leon? No. Who asked earlier the question about my diet? That's how my diet's going.
Oh man,
Love it.
I
love that they're under your bed.
You pervert. Why are you keeping the digestives on your bed? Come here, Laura. Wait while I get my digestives out. Bloody hell.
Where's your biscuits
Listen,
gone? They're under the Playboy.
Don't kink shame.
Surely, all bets are off with regards to diets when you go to a food festival.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
It's cheat day, isn't
down.
it? It's cheat day.
What's the point in going? Like,
Exactly.
if you're going to a food festival and going, "Oh, I better watch what I eat," what's the point in going?
Just stay at home and cry. Just stay at home and cry.
Yeah.
Correct. Do what we're all doing now. And the final comment, the Geordie line, doing one at Epcot seems nice.
Nice one. Carry on bringing up.
Hurrah.
Carry on ruining my life. Yeah, nice one. You and Joe, why don't you form a little club, the Mocking Stuart's Holiday Being Cancelled Club? Idiots.
Better than doing a No MJ's WhatsApp group, though, isn't it?
It's not even called the No MJ's WhatsApp group. It's called Lads Who Love the Graps now, actually.
It's called Dickhead Wrestling.
It's a wrestling group now, so
it's probably called On the Ropes, Dickheads in a Ring.
Fine. If you're going to be that way, I'm going to change the name back to No MJ's Group.
Oh, is that the end of the sock meds?
That's it. That's all I've got.
Sick vibes.
What do you want from me? I'm just going to sit here looking at Festival all night now.
Correct. While you do that, Stuart, he's got his little cap on. Let's do the last thing before we get out of here. Stuart, do you want to play a game? Stuart says...
It's time to play a game. Let's play a game.
It's time to play a game. Let's play a game. It's called Sweeter or Savory. We pull the name of a foodstuff out of a hat. You tell us what you think about that. Will the next foodstuff be sweeter or savory? Will it be sugary or covered in salt? There's just no way to know. But you must predict. Will the next foodstuff be sweeter or savory?
Right, Maneet. Oh, I've dropped them everywhere. Oh, why did I put it on my head? What an idiot. Okay, Maneet, the game is very simple. It's called Sweeter or Savoury. I tell you the name of a product. You've got to guess whether the next product will be a sweeter product or a savourier product. Do you understand? Who played this last?
Understand.
Who played this last?
Does it matter?
Yeah, because I think they were good. It was Luke.
It would have
Was it
been... Oh, we didn't play it with Bong Lungs, did we?
I don't know.
He's the last new person we've had on.
It might have been Bongers.
I don't even know who... Do you know what? I don't even know who our last few podcasters have been.
I can't remember.
I genuinely have mentally checked out of most of our podcasts. Not yours, Maneet. This has been the cracker.
Great save there.
Brilliant. Yeah. Right, Maneet, the first food out of the Northern Flat Cap is, and here we go, it is mayonnaise, and that is an awful first food out because it's right in the middle. Will the next food be a sweeter food? I've lost my pen.
This is disastrous.
It's me expensive pen. I've lost my expensive pen. Oh no, I found it. It's under the hat.
In case you cared, it was probably Bong Lungs, although in terms of episode release, it was Dave Main.
Oh, it was David Main. He did well. Mayonnaise, it's the 8th time out of the hat ever. Will the next food be sweeter or Savory?
Okay, I'm going to say it's going to be Savory.
Okay, it is. It's broccoli. The second time out of the hat for broccoli, and I don't know where we are.
Oh, 100% more savoury. Like not massively so, but it's definitely not sweeter, and it's definitely
it's extreme. It's like muted, a lot irony, isn't it?
I think mayonnaise has got an element of sweetness to it, so I would say that broccoli is just about.
Yeah, broccoli doesn't have any sweetness to it, does it? Okay.
No,
I think you could argue that mayonnaise is saltier, but mayonnaise is also sweeter.
Yeah.
I mean, I have got mayonnaise and broccoli in my fridge. I can confirm this information.
Please.
Go and tell.
No,
I'm not going to do it.
Okay, we'll play the game. Is the next food sweeter or savourier than broccoli?
I'm going to go sweet.
It is, big time. It is Nutella, and in the third time out of the hat for
so much pressure.
Nutella, which is a very sweet thing. Sweet thing.
It's worth noting, with two correct answers, Maneet has already done better than 90% of the last year of contestants.
Correct.
What can I say?
Will the next food be sweeter or savourier than Nutella?
Right, okay. I can really feel the pressure now. And I think I'm going to have to say sweeter.
The Nutella?
I fucked that up. Sorry. I'm not. Well, I'm allowed to swear. Have you guys sworn?
Oh, God.
Please do.
Swear.
Okay.
Swear all you like.
I have messed that up. Okay.
We adhere to a rainbow of swearing.
I'm going to go savourier. Savourier then.
It's a bloody good job because it's roast potatoes. The fourth time out of the hat ever for roast potatoes. These are all fairly low numbers. Will the next food be sweeter or savourier than roast potatoes? Think about your answer.
I'm never playing this game again. Right, sweeter.
Sweeter
Let's
than a
do
roast
this.
potato. Let's go. What have we got? We've got a rich tea biscuit, which is sweeter.
This is fantastic.
And it is a what? Rich tea biscuits are fantastic. Sorry, did you just
No,
say?
it's fantastic that I got it
Oh,
right.
right.
Good choice. Good save.
Dead biscuit. Yeah, it's sweeter than a roast potato. Will the next product be sweeter or savourier than a rich tea?
I'm going to say sweeter.
Sweeter than a rich tea. Let's go for bacon.
Ooh. Candied bacon?
Nope. Bacon.
Oh.
I can't fight that one, I'm afraid.
No, that's. I think
Am I out?
bacon's. I
What
think
happens now?
bacon has been the killer once before. Yeah, it's not as
Also-
it's not as killer of dreams like Marmite is, but it is a killer. Yeah, you're out. I've just put them all away. I forgot to count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6, which is pretty good to be fair.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'd
I
say
really
that's
tried my hardest, and that is a hard game.
Yeah, it is. It separates the wheat from the chaff to make a food-related metaphor.
I'll be honest, I don't know what wheat and chaff is in terms of what's the good and bad bit. Right?
I'm assuming wheat is the good bit.
Yeah.
If you know, answer in the comments down below. Maybe it can be tomorrow's FRUK Master task. Separate some wheat from some chaff and make an assessment on which is the better product of the two.
Which is the better?
Yeah. Chaff. I don't even know what chaff is. It's just a word, isn't it? I'm not even sure it's a
it's
thing.
chaff, innit?
It's an abstract
What
concept. I think it's an abstract
is-
concept.
Isn't that just when you like your thighs chaff away?
Separate the wheat. Separate the cereal product from the concept of rubbed thighs. Speaking of
Get it out your head.
to bring it back to Geordie Lyon and Joseph's Disney comments, my wife's been doing a lot of research in planning for our soon-to-be cancelled Disney trip, and the idea of chaff, they call it chub rub, and people invest in various different solutions, one of which is liquid talcum powder, which I've never heard of before, but apparently prevents chafing. Or
Vaseline.
or chub rub.
Vaseline.
Oh, you can't Vaseline your thighs up in the morning. Oh, what's wrong with you?
But you
You
can
gotta do what you gotta do. That's some
You can
serious
liquid
shaving
talcum
Vaseline can
powder.
help you.
Oh, yeah.
And oil. Some oil down there.
get some
Oh.
Frylight. Get some Frylight on.
Spray.
Convenient that is.
Brilliant.
Wait,
2020.
wait.
2020
Nah.
has been a weird year for this podcast.
I'm not reading this correctly.
What's wrong, Michael?
Oh my god.
Tangent.
Yeah, this is going to be something completely unconnected to the
Yeah.
half an hour of last podcast.
Oh shitting hell, fella.
What?
Oh my god. This
James.
could be an expensive decision.
What?
I can buy
Oh, God, here we go.
Pez vanilla cupcake flavor.
Literally for the last 20 minutes, he has not been paying attention.
Vanilla cup. Hashtag reignite the festival. Oh shit. Am I going to spend £15?
Do you know why? Do you know,
Yes, I fucking am. For a vanilla flavour Pez? You goddamn know I'm bringing the festival back. No, we'll see.
I mean, our Patreon subscribers listen to this, and that's what their money goes towards indirectly.
Well, give
Directly.
you guys more money.
Please don't. To be honest,
No.
I'll be honest.
is
If
literally-
that's what his money, if that's what your money's going towards, just unsubscribe. If I'm honest.
That's the month's worth Patreon as well.
just wait until he's done. Let him review it on his own money and then resubscribe. In fact, I might.
Interesting question.
Tell you what, I'll set up a new Patreon in Stuart and I's name. Pay into that. We'll hold it on trust, and then once he's done with this stupid video,
The
we'll put
damage.
it back into the pot.
Amazing.
Here's an interesting question, right?
Go on.
Yeah.
Is there a Pez flavour that you haven't tried?
Vanilla.
Oh,
So yeah, there's basically, to my understanding, there's a few that have been and gone that I have missed. I think that includes things like there was once upon a time a sugar cookie, cotton candy,
Oh, and beef.
and then coffee, flour, lime, yogurt, and menthol.
Flour flavour. Ooh.
Yeah, these were all retired though.
Flour.
I see.
Flour flavour.
Menthol.
This is sort of claiming there's not a cotton candy Pez on eBay, is there? That can't
Is
be
there a
right.
cotton candy burger version?
You can't find anything on eBay.
I wonder if the menthol flavour is sweeter than the cookie flavour.
It's a lovely reference. 5 stars. I'll give you 3 points for today's FRUK Master. This episode's FRUK Master. Well done.
Oh no, I found cotton candy.
How much? And how much is it?
Oh, it's so much more expensive than the very expensive vanilla cupcake.
How much, Michael?
The cheapest I can find?
Yeah.
Like 20?
For what, one packet?
The 20 quid one, that's for a couple dispensers. It's like it seems to be a Valentine's special.
I mean,
Do you want it? That's the question.
I need it. It's not a question of want anymore.
I mean, if you order it, you probably won't get it till like 2 or 3 months because of delivery with coronavirus.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Tell Claire about it.
is
You
there
can get it for your next Valentine's.
Is there a coronavirus flavour Pez?
I mean, I can search for it.
And no taste of it. No taste or smell.
Right, I'm on a website that's telling me all the Pez flavours, and there's one more flavour that I've not tried that apparently is a current flavour. Let's have a look.
I think this is the
Sugar cookie Pez.
I think this is the
So this
longest
could bring up
podcast
the
we've ever
total.
done.
Yeah, correct. This will
the
take the total
weirdest.
bill up
It's the
to...
fucking weirdest, mate. I don't even know what's...
An hour of Quivia, and then like various little bits of Pestival throughout the podcast.
Discussing supermarkets out of nowhere.
That was
Because
Maneet's
it's
fault.
relevant. It's relevant.
No. Certainly, I certainly wasn't. It's just I don't know if it's because I've been drinking, but this is weird. This is the weirdest episode I've ever been on. And we did flatbreads like 6 weeks ago.
Sugar cookie is the most expensive.
Cool. Boring, probably.
35.40.
What?
30 for how many?
Individual
rounds?
Pez
This
lozenges.
is 12 days of Christmas, so you get like 12 Pez dispensers in there.
Oh, that's fine. That's only £3 per each one.
Oh wow, they're very cute. Oh my god,
What are the dispensers, Michael?
so Christmassy, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, Michael, audio format.
Oh, they're like snow globe baubles.
All
with
right,
different numbers on.
Very
Very nice.
cute.
you're getting a
I don't know
pack.
if
See if
they're-
I can-
Fancy.
I don't know if they're £35 cute though.
Yeah, you'd think
No.
someone would split them out. I'll have to after the podcast because I'm sure there's riveting listening. But after the podcast, I'll properly review just what the total price we're looking at here. But I did win at the casino the other day, and some people would say it's fate that we mentioned the Pestival again, and I do another 2020 mini Pestival on lockdown.
I don't know if it's fate is the word that they'd use. Oh,
It's gone.
Maybe because it's Pez and we're in lockdown, you could call it the Pezitentiary.
don't.
I'm smiling, but I'm not willing to laugh verbally.
Verbally.
Good.
Do you know what?
Yeah, do it, Nathan.
Yeah.
Kill
Do
the
it.
podcast.
Maneet.
Kill the podcast.
Maneet, it
Kill
has been an
Pull the plug.
absolute pleasure having you on. I don't say this lightly. I don't think we've ever had a weirder podcast with somebody on for the first time. Like, this is the weirdest debut show that we've ever had.
And I think that's a tremendous compliment.
Oh God! It's listen. I'm not in any way suggesting that this has been a bad show. It's just been odd.
You know what? It's just 4 people talking about stuff that we want to talk about. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
correct.
100%. And it's been an absolute delight. And please remind everybody where they can find you for probably, I would imagine, much more professional and less rambly chat than we've had tonight.
Well, I do ramble a lot in my videos, but yeah, it's just at Minsmeals on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and that is literally it. My next video will be on the Emirates in-flight food on my way to Dubai. So if you're interested in that, you can have a look. Probably this week or next week, depending on how quick I edit. But thank you so much for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun. Next time when I come on, can you tell me that you're all drinking? Because I've been sat here drinking water. So that's a bit silly.
I have been on the waltz as well. But yeah, next time I will, now that I'm stocked up with alcohol, because I'm not sure if I've explicitly mentioned I'm getting into cocktails. So I've bought like £100 worth of alcohol in the last week. I'm going to get drunk.
This sort of snowballed. Stuart posted in, I think, the group literally about 5-10 minutes before we started recording that he was drinking tonight, which made me think, oh shit, why aren't I drinking tonight? So I ran out to the garage to grab my Kraken rum, and then MJ started drinking on show. So generally we don't drink. I mean, Stuart has the occasional beer during recording time, but generally speaking we don't drink during the show. Because we're such bloody professionals.
You know what? I think it's because it's lockdown, okay? You're not going to work tomorrow.
Correct.
You know, it's a Tuesday. Who drinks on a Tuesday? No one.
Correct. I'm physically recording in my office as we speak.
Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got my work pen out and everything.
Your fancy work pen.
Yeah.
Your little fancy pen bitch. I don't know what I'm saying now. I don't. I genuinely, this has been weird. I feel weird. Thank you very much, Maneet. It has been a pleasure. Michael.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. Michael Stewart, you've also been on the show and have contributed.
Nice one. Do you remember Quivia? Quivia was good. I like Quivia.
Yeah, I would definitely do that again. That was a lot of fun.
Correct.
Oh, well, hopefully when you come on, we'll have a better Quivia than that, because that was a long. I mean, that was. I'm dragging this out even longer. I don't know how long I'm recording. It's been at least 2.5 hours.
Hang on.
Having fun.
If we just hang on 12 seconds, we'll beat Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Lovely reference. And with
Actually, sorry, one last thing, okay? This is just an idea.
We'll be on for 2 towers now, come on.
Spur the moment. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, this is just out there idea. I want to start a new series, okay, on YouTube during this kind of lockdown, and I want to propose to you, would you like to be my first guest on said series? Yes or no?
Oh, 100%.
Are you talking to all three of us or just MJ?
All of you. So what it basically is we're going to go live, okay, on YouTube, and we're both going to get a product that neither of us have tried before. Could be anything. And we're going to review it live together.
Love it. 100%.
Cool.
As long as it's after Thursday, Michael?
Yeah. I've been waiting literally years to do live streams, because when we moved, we've lived in this flat or house for 3 years, and we haven't. And I've wanted to do live streams all during that time. But my internet's not good enough. I get fibre on Thursday, so you've asked at the right time.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Yeah, so I will put a date in, and we'll pick a product. We'll all buy it, and then we'll come down, review it. And that's it.
I don't know how many people you can have on YouTube Live or Facebook Live or whatever, so it might have to be just one of us at a time, but yeah.
Otherwise, pressure to pick one of you.
Oh, I mean, if it's one of us, it's definitely got to be MJ.
Yeah.
He is the face of Food Review UK. Unfortunately, he's the face of Food Review UK.
How awful is that? That he's like the most appropriate and the least acceptable at the same time.
I've got just pure distilled deja vu right now.
Oh, I mean, it's just because we all hate you.
Probably that. It's probably that.
Not me.
Oh, God. No, we don't hate you at all.
I don't hate MJ.
Yet. You don't hate him yet.
Yet. No,
Yeah.
Stick around, Maneet. It's going to get bumpy.
I'm on this road. Let's go.
Lovely stuff. Right. We've whittled on.
Call it a night?
Yeah, absolutely. Goodbye.
Bye. End of podcast. Sick vibes.